bamboozled, I've been hoodwinked, led astray, because when I ask people for her vote, I wasn't myself. I had a tumor. So a lot of people.
What's up, everybody? Carlton Flowers here. We are live. To watch the madness, just to drop in and see what this board meeting is going to be like.
I just want to say that
I've been down with the flu, but I'm getting back up and going. Sorry you haven't seen me for a few days, but post-election shirt.
You're going to send him a message for what? So you can get out of jail early? It's like no sense to me. Well, why she would want to be a Trump supporter all of a sudden? Anyway, I know that this is going to be a movie, and I just ask that Beyonce play me if she's watching this, because I know that a lot of
There we go.
will be watching
Okay.
this, and I just want to make sure that we all know that Clean House 2025, we definitely got to vote this corruption out. Lord Township and Dolton, because we don't deserve what we're going through. Thank you.
Okay, so shout out to Dolton Trustees live stream, Chicago Reality Check TV live stream, and the Critical Smoker. We'll be flipping from all three of these channels to check out the content tonight.
When it comes to the warrants, I really like what we did, because sometimes pick it up ourselves and see it. When we come to the meeting. I also want to know what's in the TIF fund, if you've been messing with anything in that. I also want to get around to the crossing guards.
What's up, guys? I see you in the comments. Hit that like button. Let's enjoy this show.
The ordinances, when it comes to one time, I think Vetoes spoke about the ordinances for us.
Also, give me a sound check if you would.
The mayor, the trustee, or whoever, that they be allowed maybe 1 minute or something like that to answer us, and our time not be interfered with it. I'm only cleaning up.
What's up, Nurse Petty? Thank you very much.
Las Vegas, you know, when it came to the community.
Patriot Chick is unburdened. We are all unburdened tonight, aren't we? Oh, yeah.
When something happens somewhere.
Oh.
I also want to know where we are on the payouts for the lawsuits that we are having, that we have individual, when it comes to where we still stand.
Chick is unburdened.
Water regulation. And
We are all unburdened tonight, aren't we?
And Robert rule, you know, ain't no liberty without no rules, so you know we got to start kicking hard with these rules. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for that sound check. Let's flip around and see what the other channels are looking like, and I'll just be flipping back and forth as we go, so we'll see how some of the other channels are. Let's mute this out while they're not really saying anything much. Okay, let's go with the Dolton Trustees channel for a minute here. I'll hit the like button on their stream, and I will give credit to everyone that I am borrowing the live stream from tonight. So thank you guys for providing us this footage. We do appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Messy Michonne Live is in the house. What is up, girlfriend? I've been enjoying the heck out of your live stream. She's down there in the Bahamas or somewhere on a Caribbean cruise, having a good time.
Either way it goes, we got to have so much consistent revenue coming in here. We've got to get better when it comes to our police department. We can't keep having officers not wanting to come and work in our community. We can no longer turn away from officers that are doing things that they should.
We're having a problem there.
And for God's sake,
Okay, we're going to have to flip to a different channel here. I don't know what happened there.
Some kind of ordinance to keep outsiders out of here. Because when I say between 2021 and now, I ain't saying we dodged no tsunami. But you know what? We don't need no more water disasters hitting this community. And
No more water disasters.
Who check our hydrants? Who's responsible for checking our house? Pardon me?
That's your 3 minutes.
That's my 3 minutes?
Yes.
She got yanked. Next.
Good evening, Mayor, trustees, Madam Clerk, and the residents of Dolton. I I am a vendor here in Dolton. I'm not a resident. I was previously cleaning the police department. I'm here because
While she's talking, guys, you need to go and subscribe to Messy Michonne Live and listen to everything she says, because everything she says is what I really want to be saying on my channel. So I live vicariously through her live streams. She says it all, and she does not hold back whatsoever.
we have worked as a vendor. We give our time, our work ethic, and everything. But we can't work for free.
Oh,
I have watched previous board meetings, Mayor, where you have stated that the vendors shouldn't be working for free, that they should get paid, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to get what is due to us. Thank you.
okay, that was short and sweet. Next.
Good evening. I would like to start off by saying thank you to trustees Jason House, Kiana Belcher, Tammy Brown, Brittany Norwood, and Kurt Key.
Brittany
for
Norwood.
doing a great job. And also being so welcoming to me and my husband here in Dolton.
Oh my, that's fabulous.
We live with the same criminal in two governments, which are the Village of Dolton and Thornton Township. The purpose of my comment tonight is to debunk the false allegation
Ooh.
that the majority of us are haters, hecklers, and lawbreakers.
What?
But in fact, those of us that stand before you just want to rebuild a better community for everyone.
Yeah, good luck with that.
It's not our fault that Tiffany Henyard has become the most infamous mayor in America.
In
Her
America.
inability to listen to reason. Stan Brown, will you continue to be a rubber stamp for Tiffany? Or will you commit to serving the residents of this community the way you vowed to do when you took that seat? Andrew Holmes, why haven't you made a statement about the alleged rape of Vanille Dukes?
Isn't it amazing that Holmes is still sitting there? It is so ridiculous. So completely ridiculous. This is such a train wreck.
You like to quote scriptures.
Uh-oh.
You should know that the Bible tells us to eat the whole scroll. Just don't take out bits and pieces to fit your narrative.
Oops.
You must acknowledge the good and the bad concerning your boss and both administrations. You do not appear as a godly man when you lock residents out of the people's house. Does this administration believe that intimidation is more effective than reason? If so, why do you allow DeMarcus Quigley, Michael Smith, and Keith Price the opportunity to heckle us? If you want the people's cooperation, then transparency is the key. Why are businesses allowed to flourish without having to pay to play? We the people have the right to be frustrated when we never get answers to our questions. And let me make this clear. We have never resorted to violence, although Tiffany and her goons have threatened us on several occasions. I want this administration to know that the residents would not be silenced through intimidation, false accusations,
False
or
accusations.
fictitious lawsuits.
Tell them. Come
We
on.
will continue to speak out against wrongdoing until those are blind.
Next. So as usual, these public comments aren't going to make a hill of beans difference. Not a hill of beans difference. All right, let's hear the regular speech that you give every month. Greetings. Okay, I can't understand him. Let's see if we can switch the channel. Well, it's not much better there. Well, let's just keep it right here.
Including her. And the whenever she has to take second place to whenever she decides to sat in here.
Okay, we don't understand a word you're saying, my brother. I'm sorry, but
And I never apologize for any of the lateness. If you look on the top of your agenda, it says trustees meeting. There's not a damn thing on top of that agenda that says anything about a disrespectful, bullying, dictator. You don't even look her constituents in the eye unless they continue running. It is really pathetic. While I'm on that, I'd also like to point out the fact that I did see our illustrious mayor
oh God.
far too long. This is why we're here. If it were not for the Park District, we may have to meet on the street corners.
Take the mic out of your mouth.
This has proceeded over the months.
Oh, good Lord.
Our own trustees and our own citizens do not have access to our own building.
All right, Tiffany, call 3 minutes. Just call it. Oh, dear God. Wrap it up. Oh, gee whiz. These meetings never cease to amaze me. Okay, so while he's rambling on, let me remind people who are not familiar with this dog and pony show. What we're seeing here is what happens at every single meeting where they speak their minds. Tiffany cuts the bikes. She doesn't listen to a word they say. And all of these public addresses don't make a hill of beans difference. And so, see, this is what happens when there's no recourse, when all of the levels of government are corrupt and bought.
You had 3 minutes.
Thank you. It's the first time that I'm glad that she cut somebody short. Okay.
All right, I'm keeping my own time because I don't need William Moore to take time for me. So,
No.
first I'd like to thank you two for looking at the residents while we speak. Thank you for that. Next, I would like to ask, why are you sitting at that dais? Too many people up there. You shouldn't be out there.
Oh, God.
Can anyone answer? I mean, I know you are.
Yeah, pretty much. There's no actual policies or community issues being discussed. It's a pretty much a bitch fest. Everybody's going to bitch and complain about the same crap that's been going on. But unfortunately, this is the Chicago area. This is Illinois. This is the center of corruption in the United States. So it's just what happens.
Up in this house, you don't do that. Now, what I really would like to know is, I'm a senior citizen and I'm disabled, so I am looking for permanent housing, Mayor Henyard. You said that there's what, how many million in the township? But when I called asking for assistance, trying to locate housing, they said there was no money.
Tiffany, you have not missed much.
Can you tell me where the money is and the help for me to have my own living space? I don't play bingo. I don't need bingo. I need a place to live.
So they make good points, but none of it is going to make a difference.
Permanent resident.
None of it ever makes a difference.
I know I'm not going to get an answer.
Of course you're
but
not
I
going to get an
would
answer.
appreciate some information instead of lies about how much money the township has, and they're in the black.
Next.
Again, don't keep my time, buddy.
Don't keep my time, buddy. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. I didn't know that that seat was reserved for you, Mr. Moore, because I don't know what qualifies you to be in that seat as reserved. So had I known that, I would have sat there politely in your place. I want to start with something, Tiffany. I hate that I'm going to be all over the place in this comment, but it's been a while. I mean, you've done so much, and the meetings were canceled. It's just been very difficult to really address you. But the event that you had, I think it was the Baptist, or whatever it was, with Kiki.
I agree, NCD. Bring Tiffany on. We want to see the show.
People that you didn't like, that were in your line, that you were helping, and that was disgusting. Have some integrity. Have some dignity. You're a public official. You're ridiculing and chastising people for getting the help that you always are advertising. So when they take advantage of it, that's your opportunity to chastise them, to out them, to act like, you're bigger than everyone.
When will they figure out?
And you shouldn't do that.
When will they figure out
One thing I love about
that
this
you
is
can't
and shout out to the trustees for
you
making
can't
this
chastise a
place
narcissist?
that can accommodate
It bounces off.
But what I really love is how you guys are sitting arm in arm. It's not I'm up here, you're down here, like how you like to try to present it, Tiffany, to feed your ego or whatever.
You're feeding her ego by doing
You
this.
can't do anything without them. But on the flip side, they actually can do something without you. But even still, you should be sitting arm to arm.
Oh, God. Yeah. Time. Bring on the next one, please.
To how it should be, how the meeting should be.
Time.
Secondly, I really want to know, Tiffany, if you know what hypocritical means or being contradictory, because you do it so second-naturedly. I'm wondering if you even know what the term is, because, do you watch these meetings? Do you go back and watch these meetings and see your behavior, see your comments?
Yeah,
see how you
trying
react
to
certain
teach
things that
a
you deny
sociopathic
other people
narcissist
even
how to
know?
behave
I'm
and
just
treat
curious if
people.
that ever even dawned
Make
on you, if
that
you even
make
care,
sense.
or if you're that
By now,
removed from reality that
you
don't
would
need
think
to
after 4
reconcile
years they
with
would have figured this out.
But you're a ball of contradictions.
But here they are,
Snowball. You're
doing the same thing.
constantly,
4 years,
constantly
month after month,
yourself.
thinking
You're the biggest
that
hypocrite
this
I've ever
is
seen in my life.
getting through
Just
to
like
her.
Someone said, 1 minute you're Team Kamala, and then the next it's Team Trump. I want to sit down with you. Do you think for a minute, Tiffany, he's going to honor that? Do you think he even? Well, he probably.
Oh,
doesn't,
man.
unfortunately.
Get her off the
But
stage.
do
Turn
you
off
think
the
he would
mic.
invite you to anything?
Oh, my God.
Anyone. You're on your way out. I don't know if you know that, but you're actually on your way out in more ways than one.
All right, your 3 minutes is up.
Thank you. I appreciate the time. Thank you.
Greetings. Good evening, residents. Former, future trustee Edward Steve. Greetings to the residents, greetings to the board, mayor, the attorneys. Thank y'all for coming out. I'm thankful that this meeting is here. For 2 years, 3 years, she said everything was here was illegal. Now she's forced to come here to do the right thing. The judge forced her to come here to do the right thing. And she's been saying that secret squirrel meeting for how long? And people were believing it. Everything they did here was legal. So she was saying it's a secret squirrel meeting. Now she has to come to the secret squirrel meeting.
That was
We
good.
do the right thing. It's unfortunate the attorneys who, I guess, I don't know if y'all been paying attention to what's going on. You're like the third one in. I don't know if you think something different. She's the same person. She runs through people.
Now hold the line, Ed. Do not address her.
It's not going to change. And now they want to appoint the people they want to appoint. Did we hear
That's
anything
Ed
about
Steve.
safety with the new police chief? We hear anything about guns, violence? No, it's about protecting her. It ain't about protecting the village. Period. The attorneys ain't about protecting the village. It's about protecting.
I'm constantly in Ed's ear trying to teach him about how to deal with
And we only
narcissistic monsters like the mayor.
We know what to do. We know what to do. It's in our hands.
And I must brag
We're tired of this.
that he listens.
It runs so smooth when she's not here. They get things done.
See, he's not looking at her and he's not addressing her. He's talking around her.
To change that. So, Clean House 2025. It's good to see everybody. Peace.
Okay, round of applause. Very good, Ed. I've had many late night conversations with Ed Steve
All right, good evening.
to try
So,
to
I
convince
moved
him
to
that they are
Dolton,
all not dealing with her
December
in
2020.
the right
I
manner.
moved here. I've been doing my best to stay engaged.
And he's the only person
I just would love to
that
start by saying I don't envy any
has
of
been
your
able to
positions.
apply
I know
some
you're
of the
both dealing with
insight
a
that
great
I've
deal
given.
of responsibility, and I commend you all for continuing to show up. Because at the end of the day, we're all still human, right? And I hope that I can be honest and just say, as a resident, I feel like a casualty. I have a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings about what I watched transpired in the last 3 to 4 years. However, I understand
That doesn't
there's
work.
not a lot of time to have a discourse about how I feel about things because there's so much work that needs to be done.
See, that feeds
We
her.
now
She wants
have
to
a
hear
new
that. It's
president,
just the
a
same
left, and I
crap.
think that there is no better time
It's hard to
than
watch
now
this.
to
That's why I've just kind of
organize
unplugged
and
from all of
strengthen
this
our
because
community.
it's a
Starting with taking
record
apologies
stuck,
back to the
it's a
people.
scratched
There's a lot
record,
of decisions
just
that's being made
repeating.
on the behalf of Dolton residents.
Who remembers
that are
records back in the day when they would get scratched
have stopped.
and it would just repeat like the same several seconds over and over and over again?
It is important for us, and it is time to prioritize.
Type
our
classic
strengths,
records in the
learning,
comments
and
if you
our
remember
strategic way,
playing records that would get
assessing our needs,
scratched
and
and would get
lobbying for
stuck
them. The
and repeat.
conversation about the black
I want to know if anybody's
community
around my
starts
age.
Here in local government. Next, the important work that needs to be done is with our finances. I sat here and I digested a 45-slide presentation talking about the deficit. It is hard. That was hard. I am a young homeowner. I am a mother. I am a primary parent. And that was, I digress. That's my feelings again. So let me get back to the facts. It is time for a
Yeah, Burdell Gary, that is facts. Stop talking and just vote her out. This talking is a waste of breath.
So residents
Oh my God.
so we can know what
Shut up.
taxes are going to increase. So we can
Not
know
ordinary.
the
Yeah,
fines
bro.
are gonna be coming
Classic
down the
records.
pipeline.
That's right.
Yay!
45s, Lynn Yost. 45s. Thank you, Darla. Oh, yeah.
Energized. To make sure that we are armed
Narca scratch records.
with tools in a position to advocate as a unified community. That takes data, that takes talking, sometimes that even takes
Oh,
thinking, right?
God.
But we do need a plan to make data-driven decisions. Thank you all so much.
Next. I think a lot of people just like to hear themselves talking.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Well, I had to take my shirt out of retirement so I can remind the mayor that you are going to jail and the rest of the crew. Y'all are definitely going to jail. Why are we here? Why are we at the Park District? Because you constantly violated the Open Meetings Act.
Oh my God, it is
And I just
painful.
want to thank the trustees.
Let's
for
just repeat
listening
the
to
same
the
old
cry of
crap
the citizens.
that we've
And I
known
wanna thank
for 4
residents like Dan
years.
Lee, Rosie, and if I miss any other people that wrote letters to the AG.
Get to the show. We want to hear Tiffany run her mouth and act a freaking fool.
All the residents have ever wanted from this.
Yeah, radio stations and scratches. Yeah, whenever the radio station DJ would have a record, run to the bathroom, and it'd be scratched, and then you'd hear it repeating for 2 or 3 minutes, and then they'd run back in the studio and realize it. That was always funny stuff.
Because they didn't pay, he will never find a job like this again. This man ain't
Oh,
never
good
made
Lord.
this type of money before in his life. And the reason that she pays these people the way she pays them to keep the law.
Yeah, Monique, it's the same
And I just have a problem.
spoiled soup
And
with
gonna tell
mold
you, are you guys gonna
reheated
borrow
in
the
Dolton.
money from
The same
residents?
crap.
Y'all gonna go with the
It's a
that
broken
Dollar
record.
was doing? Y'all gonna do the same thing? They set up there too, like you sitting up there, and they let her do a lot of stuff that shouldn't have
Oh,
been
man.
done. So that's why we're here.
I'm getting over this nasty cold and the flu. I don't have the energy for this. Yeah, Lynn, real DJs. I used to DJ back in the day.
Didn't do something like that. They would be saying, "Oh no, I didn't do that." And then when
I've
Baker
got
came back, he yelled and
a
said,
digital DJ deck now.
Don't think you got away.
That I can spin the vinyl with the needles.
You have not gotten away.
Yep, nickel on the arm. Yep. Oh, yeah.
And Tiffany, you can write all you want. You can write, I'm not going to jail.
I'm starting to get a headache, too. I'm already tired of this. I don't know if I'm going to make it through all of this. I just don't know.
Some of the people, because I showed didn't put you in office.
Oh,
I didn't
God.
vote for you. You or Burge, when y'all was against each other. Because I knew both of y'all was garbage. So I didn't come out. Me and my husband didn't even come out, because I already knew.
Okay, so while she's yammering on, if you guys watched my report, if you watched my FBI special report, type FBI in the comments. I thought my FBI report was going to be a club banger and get over 100,000 views. It only got like 5,000, 6,000 views, so I don't know if it got out there. So type FBI in the comments if you did see my FBI special report. Oh, sit down. We get it.
All right, go ahead. You have the floor. I want to start
There's
by
one.
saying there's nobody like the God I serve.
Awesome.
And I only want to say that because he only allowed me to come as far as this podium. That's the only person I fear and thing I fear besides going to jail. So I'm not going to go past this podium like he told me. But I only come up to here to say because Las Vegas said what they said, because a lot of places say what they say when they say things like this, so I'm going to ask you myself.
Yes, Jason House is running against Tiffany Henyard. Wow, Dwayne, you didn't see it? Okay, thanks for letting me know and jump back and check it out.
Tell them I'm lying then. Is that why you never said anything?
Brandon, I answer that question in the FBI video.
You? Hell, motherfucking no.
Oh, okay.
So tell me I'm lying, or tell them why.
I didn't get a chance to beep that out. I don't do F-bombs on my videos. Yes, that is her. That's the victim. I mean, I don't blame her for being that upset. She has a right to be upset. I apologize for the F-bomb getting out on my channel, though. Burdell Gary saw the FBI video. That's good. Right on, Dwayne. And comment on that once you see it. Uh-oh. Now, so look at Tiffany. Look at her face. She's not even paying attention. Yeah, Monique, that is sad. I don't know why. I've got nearly 8,000 subscribers, and these videos are not getting out to the subscribers. Thank you, God's Fancy Girl.
Trustee. Trustee, hold on. Let us finish. So don't go back and forth. Hold on. We got a board. Trustee, you have this.
Here we go.
You got 30 more seconds.
30 more seconds. Yeah, he kind of, Holmes is kind of looking a little cocky right now. Yeah, they cut the mic.
All right, your time is up. Thank you so much. All right, thank you.
See, Tiffany Henyard is a monster. This is what you call a soulless monster. She doesn't care.
All right, guys, you're not going to get a statement if you're out of order. Simple as that. So, okay, it's over with. Y'all can have a seat. Let me finish my meeting. Drew will have the opportunity to speak, but it is not right now. So thank you. Thank you. Next on the agenda is. I didn't know. I thought she was the last one. Go ahead. You have 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
I was standing with the victim since nobody else wanted to.
Now they turn the mic back
You
on.
can't say nothing to her. I don't know why you let her silence you. You look stupid for letting her silence you. Say something.
Monique, that was good.
And Miss Supervisor, Miss Super Mayor, why you say you like transparency and you're a black woman, you want a whole black woman up. But look at all these black
Brandon, that new attorney is a complete idiot. He's a hack. He gets no respect.
Everybody else? Alexis Wilson? Come on. And why'd you lock you went to court the other day, didn't you, Mrs. Super Mayor? And didn't you perjure yourself and tell the court, the judge, that you didn't live at the address that you live at? Why did you change the locks in the garage door opening if you don't live there? Where do you live, Miss Super Mayor? Do you live in Dolton? Are you even capable of being here? This is a community that needs to be lifted up, and all you do is beat them down.
In one ear and out the other.
I drove an hour to be here. So
Is that one of Jedediah Brown's people? Is that who she is? That's the Jedediah lady, isn't it? Somebody type
turn around. You went and you
Brown's girl, if I'm right about that.
Ugly ass banners. Them banners are stupid. Stupid. What have you? When I drive through Dolton, what do I? A disgrace, a displacement. It doesn't need to be this way. You need to put them in money that you stole allegedly.
All right, wrap it up, lady.
The people that live here. You owe the landlord $8,000, don't you?
She's just ignoring her.
Right. I mean, you're stealing all the money. I mean, you make all
No,
the
she
money
don't care about these
allegedly.
fake allegations and interrogations.
And she's stealing it all, too. I drove an hour to be here. You could at least look at me.
Oh, she is a Jed then. If she drove an hour, that's one of... That's Jedediah's girl right there. Next! Get the next one on! Get the cane.
And you really need to say something to I'm a victim.
Oh, God.
I've been beat and everything else. I can sympathize. You advocate for everything.
Waste of time.
Sleeping outside. But you can't say anything to her. You let the supervisor silence you? Are you a man? Come on now. You can't advocate for one and then say you advocate for all, but you can't advocate for her. The person
Sit down, Jedediah Brown.
took advantage of her while she was sleeping. That's
At least look at me.
I don't know why I'm talking to you, but I'm begging you, say something. Don't let her fucking silence you. That's stupid. That's all.
Uh-oh, another F-bomb. Got to edit those out. Hopefully that was the last one. Let's get to the meat. We want to hear Tiffany act a freaking fool.
You ain't gotta admit it, you just say sorry.
Sit down.
Anyone else? Is that it? You got something? Okay.
Yeah, government sucks, but especially in South Chicago. In the land of corruption. Chicago is the corruption capital of the world. Well, maybe not of the world, but the United States.
Do any trustees have any general announcements? All right, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear
Good
you.
evening. Just want to make a couple of announcements. Senior Thanksgiving luncheon is here. November the 14th. Right here at the Lester Long Fieldhouse. It's from 11:30 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. Residence cost is $5. Non-residence
Oh, God.
Attitude and community.
Of course, her mic doesn't
Let's
work.
get community. Give
Oh, must they always have such trash audio? Yeah, we need to hit the freaking fast forward button. We want to hear the show. Come on. Yeah, it's about to go down. We just needed to get to the good stuff. We don't want announcements. We don't need to hear all this crap. We want the fight, 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 fight. Look at Holmes. Look at his face.
Again, that cost is $5 for residents, and non-residents is $6.20.
Why are his shoulders all hiked up? Looks like Quasimodo.
With the trustees this coming Saturday, and that is November the 9th at 9:30 a.m.
Look at this dingling over here.
This is time for residents to tell
Oh my
us,
God.
the trustees, what you want to see.
Oh boy.
You have in your communities.
Is cooking with Frank in the house? Frank, are you in the house tonight? Frank had a good video earlier today. And shout out to Cooking with Frank. Y'all need to go and subscribe to Cooking with Frank. He will bust you up. He has the funniest videos. Trolling Tiffany Henyard. He drops bombs, guys. He's really good.
Some good information this Saturday.
Oh, God.
And thank you for coming out.
All right. Next.
Is there anyone else?
Yeah, Dollar Tree mics. Oh, gee
Good
whiz.
evening, everyone. November 23rd, Spence Cook Grand Lodge and Serenity Grand Chapter number 21. The commander.
The Grand Lodge.
will have a turkey giveaway. That's at 141 Martin Luther King Drive.
Martin Luther
The
King
time is
Drive.
1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Ooh.
It is Dolton and Riverdale residents. We give away turkeys every
Yeah, he
year.
lost about 90 pounds
November
through all the
23rd.
turmoil.
They'll be giving away turkeys. And
Yeah, Darla, Cooking
at
with
1
Frank.
p.m.
That's my guy right there.
For
Great
Dolton
channel,
citizens.
great content, very
Anyone
entertaining.
else? Yes. All right, go ahead. Good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I would like to thank Dolton Park District, Dolton Library, and Thorn Ridge High School for their collaborative efforts regarding the Halloween party that they hosted last week. Not only was it a great
Yeah,
time
boy.
because I love going back to the high school that I graduated from, right?
He looks like a turtle poking his head out of the shell. Oh.
It's nice to see the community bond, and it's nice to know that they can collaborate and the youth can benefit from it. So I thank them for those efforts. I also like to invite everyone to the sleigh rides and good vibes.
I like the little cartoon version that Cooking with Frank does of him. Oh, yeah, Frank has been busting on Tiffany big time. He does not let up.
And toys will be provided. So if you all would like to have more information, you all can contact Dolton Park at 708-841-2111. I'm excited about everyone being able to come in inside the meeting this time, and I thank the mayor for joining us.
Yeah.
All right, anyone else?
No.
Yes, can I be recognized?
Oh, God.
Okay, I want to first give a thank you, as we always do, to Dolton Park District, the Board of Commissioners.
Now, who's that lady? Is that another new attorney?
Space for this venue. I do see President Commissioner Willis Harris and President Cleo Jones. So I just ask everybody give them a quick round of applause. Without our partnerships, things become a lot more challenging. So we really do want to extend a thank you for all the hard work and efforts you've done.
Thank you, not ordinary. He might drop in, though. He told me he was going to try to drop in if he could.
Residents on. One being that we mentioned the need for changing bank accounts from Fifth Third Bank to Wintrust Bank. The new account has been.
The mic goes out. The shenanigans begin.
1 week of transferring the funds, so that way the funds can begin, or checks or bills can begin to be paid with the intention of having it on a regular schedule. But we know there are some challenges that we still face. Second, the audit that we had not completed previously. We do have a firm that is in the process of doing the audit. On the agenda tonight is an engagement letter that will be voted on, and that process will continue as well. Lastly, but definitely not least, I heard one individual come up here talking, referencing their bills. And right now, we are working towards a budget. We mentioned that the board has received the draft budget, and there are a lot of challenges with that budget. That being said, it is a task that we still must face.
Okay,
So we are
Dwayne, you
continuing
might
to
be
work
right
on
about
ways
that.
we can get our budget that will allow for back bills to be paid as well.
Yes, sir.
We will honor all vendors that are paid, but I have to say it is going to be a challenging process. For those who are owed money, I am asking that you email first to the village administrator, Keith Freeman, that's K. Freeman,
Oh.
Freeman, at vodalton.org.
Big time.
With a copy to myself.
Always got my back.
At vodalton.org. And we will make sure that we continue to provide updated statuses of where the bills are to be paid. And as time allows, we will be making payments as our budget is processed and we have a better footing on where we're going. So those are the.
Oh, I'm getting sleepy.
I wanted to make sure I reference that as well to keep the community informed. Thank you, Mayor.
All right, good to good stuff.
All right, so next on the agenda, we're gonna bring mayor's report up. So there's several things I want to talk to you about.
Why is
this
my
evening.
camera going fuzzy?
One being, I know the meeting had started over and it came here to the Park District. Unfortunately, everybody created so much confusion, so much chaos, that it was no need to move a meeting to this location. It's not even 22 people in here. So I don't agree with us going to someone else's house to conduct our business. Everywhere else, they have their location and it's in their house. So that's number one. Number two, you have to give
There we
respect in
go.
order to get it. A lot of you come to this mic talking about nothing. And when I say nothing,
A lot of y'all go to this mic talking about nothing. The business.
One of you talk about any business that
Y'all don't talk about no
Whether it's
business.
Fix your street, fix your alley, maybe your street lights out, whatever the issues are, but you don't speak to that. Speak to
Yeah.
the Thank you for being a fan of mine.
I'm about to get awakened by her annoying voice.
A ton of things that we have going on. I have told you guys several times, we've always had resources at Warrant Township, because I know I get a lot of hate because I have 2 big positions. Thank God, God always have favor on me, and he have blessed me with being the first female.
Oh, God, don't start.
That's why I get all the attacks, because I do have the biggest position. And also, I am the mayor of my city here, my village. So we have a surplus in our township.
Oh,
So anybody
surplus.
need any help, because y'all mixed the 2 up. Y'all come here. talk
Y'all
about
mixed the
township,
2 up.
vice versa. Over at the township, you can go to the GA department.
The GA department.
And yes, you have to qualify for certain services.
Uh-huh.
So when you get up there, you saying that we didn't approve, you don't have this or don't have that, maybe you did not qualify.
Yeah,
for
where
it.
is Lori Lightfoot? What
Your
happened to
department
that?
help you with your
Did she
life,
finish that
your
report?
gas, Your water, your mortgage,
We need Lori
your
Lightfoot
rent,
to finish her
and also
job.
help you bury your loved ones. Things that wasn't done before I got there, right? So these things that I created. We also have a transportation department. So if anybody is in need of a ride to or from the polls, or if you need a ride to or from the grocery store, the doctor, we will take you.
White
And we
power
pick you up.
hand signs.
We also have senior services. Senior services does a lot of engagement, which I love. Everybody knows that. So I do a ton of events. Because when I do events, y'all call it parties. When somebody else do events, y'all say, oh, look at them doing community engagement. That's what I do as your super mayor.
As
So
your
if you
super
want to
mayor.
Sign up. Call 708-596-6040. Again, that number is 708-596-6040.
Somebody call that number right now. Somebody call it.
Hey, I love the kids. If you need help.
She
with-
love the kids.
And it's almost like a free daycare. I hate to say that.
A
but that's
free
what it was.
daycare.
And you work a 9 to 5. You get off at 5 o'clock. You basically sign up for our aftercare, well, I won't call it aftercare, after school program.
After
And
school
basically
program.
Pick your kid up from school.
Pick your
You
kid
take them
up.
to our location, which is in Riverdale.
Ooh,
We help them
so
with
in
homework.
Riverdale.
We do penmanship, which they out of the schools. And we also do bilingual. I'm real big on learning different languages.
Oh,
All
really?
these types of things
You're
have
bilingual?
our,
What do you speak? English and ghetto?
708-596-6040. And you can sign your kid up. But please come and get them. Some of y'all leave.
Please
at
come get
7
'em.
o'clock. We close at 7. Come pick your babies up.
Come pick those babies up.
That's it for programming.
Programmer.
Next,
Next.
vendors. A lot of y'all come to the podium and y'all talk about things that you got no concrete evidence of.
No concrete
And you spoke
evidence.
about you're not getting paid and y'all address the mayor. The mayor's the one that's always trying to pay everyone. I am not the one holding up paying you as a vendor. I'm not the one that did not put you on the warrant list.
You
last
guys do
year.
know that, like, all of
That's what
these-
the Board of Trustees have done. They
This
put
is-
all of themselves on
this speech that she's giving,
back pay for
have you noticed that these are the same exact phrases and sentences that she uses in every meeting when she goes on a rant? Have you noticed that?
Freedom of Information
It's
Act,
like a
you know
tape.
what I know. So when I speak up here, sometimes people have to listen.
And so she will vomit out these exact same phrases at every meeting.
One-sided narratives, then you go down.
You know, as ignorant as she sounds, she actually has a high IQ.
I have always fought for vendors. I've always fought for people to get
Now
paid.
compare her
Because
to
you did
Kamala
something
Harris,
for our village.
who has to have a
The
teleprompter.
police station, the village hall.
This dingling
I
right
work
here
with the
would
church.
smoke
I
Kamala
work
Harris
with the
any
church.
day
They
of
are
the
one that
week.
created the warrant list.
She can
Of
vomit
people
out
together, and they sent it to us.
these
They have been doing that for several weeks now,
paragraphs
and they haven't
of
actually
propaganda
done that. It ain't the mayor.
at the drop
I'm
of a
gonna put that
hat,
out because I think
anytime,
everybody should
day
know.
or
Something else
night,
you
without a
know.
teleprompter.
Do
It's
you
all
know
burned
that
into
we
her
are
mind.
in dire restraints over at the village
She's
hall?
got a pretty
We have
remarkable
a
memory.
village administrator, let them tell it, that is never at work, that does not do their job. Do you not know that they did not have
Oh,
papers today?
God.
Clerk knows that, clerk Keith knows that. I came and asked for a copy.
What I wanna know, DB,
She
is,
didn't have no ink. She didn't have a lot of stuff, but
how are these lawyers getting
but the
paid?
school that keep lying to y'all.
Where's the
You
money
guys
coming
look
from?
obvious. They have a lot of things that they're missing in our village as it relates to simple things.
Yep,
like
as it relates
doing
to-
day-to-day operation, invoice, papers, all kinds of stuff. But these are things that you don't hear about because they don't want you to
Yeah,
know about.
Burdell,
So if you ask
reruns.
questions and find out the
Reruns.
truth behind everything that's going on,
She can
think
sit
that,
here and go
oh,
on a
they
rant
said
for
this,
30
that don't make it
minutes.
right, that don't make it true. It can't
And does
be
not
that.
need a
They tell the
teleprompter.
truth, and I'm not. Come on now, you got to give me the benefit of the doubt like you would do anyone else. So I want to point that out. Next on here that I wrote, I want everyone to know.
Yep, pretty much like a robot that has a hard drive.
You got to deal with it. You got to live with it. People can be mad, be in their feelings, but
Mad,
guess what?
be in
You
their
cannot do?
feelings.
Take away his presidency. He is the next president of the United States of America, 47th president. And
Now, here's
our-
what's
as real
sad.
leaders, this is what real leaders do. We reach across the aisle. We say, hey, congratulations, you won. Unfortunately, Democrats didn't do their job. We have a comedian, whoever is anywhere, no police,
She might be
never
full of crap, but
there.
what she's
They were
saying
at
is
the polls
correct.
doing
And the
nothing.
majority of the
And I
people
said
that live in
this in my live
Dolton
videos, so when
can't
people
deal with
wanna
this.
rehearse and say what
They
I
can't
said,
handle
the
that.
facts right. It was no signage outside. It was no literature, no 110s to be passed out to you as a palm card.
And
No
see,
one guided or directed
a
you.
reason why they're in danger of always being dominated and done wrong is because of this. If this crook can realize this, they don't have a chance. Because the biggest criminal in the room right here has a little bit better insight into how politics works. Whereas the rest of the people here are going to continue to keep Democrats in power for perpetuity and expect different results.
Because guess what? What color makes blue? Red. So we have to collide with the colors and make it work out.
What color makes blue red?
Point that out.
That was retardation.
What else I got here? All the energy
Yeah,
that you
DB,
guys place into
the
I wish you would
entire
put
city
that
of Chicago, and a certain percentage, there's a lot of black people in Chicago that are fed up, that are flipping the city or had the whole campaign to flip the city red. But the majority of the residents of Dolton are Democrats, diehard. They're never going to be able to step outside of that brainwashed thinking, and they're going to constantly be used and abused.
And you should too. It's shameful that a lot of you guys are our elders, are the people we're supposed to look up to, the people that's supposed to guide us, but yet you're not guiding us.
Yeah, Sandra,
so negative, and you so
they
filled with hate.
pretty much,
You must
yeah,
say, guys,
the majority of
our
them
youth
vote for
I took a ton
the Democrat. A lot of them were backing Kamala.
push hate.
And
I
tell you what, I've had a few, couple hundred subscribers drop out because they can't handle any criticism of Kamala Harris when I talk about general politics. That's something that Cooking with Frank was talking about. He did a video where he was saying something critical of Kamala, and he said he lost like 30 or 40 subs And I told him, hey, that's a part of it, and stand your ground and keep doing what you're doing, because your channel won't grow if you allow one political party to dominate what opinions that you're going to speak. So,
and we will be giving away free turkeys and hams to everyone in all of my communities. That's 17.
free turkeys and free hams for all of my community. Who's going to get a free turkey and a ham on Thanksgiving?
Just like Trump, I'm going to come in on a landslide on both seats. Know that. Remember this moment. When I landslide.
No, Tiffany, you're already a landslide. You landslid them for the last 4 years.
The toy giveaway. We also are.
You know, it is sad. It is sad because
And again, you come up here, you say the opposite.
they're no match for her. She's eating their lunch every day.
Toy giveaway. You can also go to Warrant Township, 333 East 162nd Street in South.
They're no match for her.
Go there tomorrow all the way to Saturday. Tomorrow is from 9.
But see, that's why Tiffany has survived for such a long time.
Saturday you can go from 11 until 2 p.m. So
She's willing to cut and move and switch allegiances and do whatever she has to do to continue to rob Dolton and the Thornton Township.
Come get some good items that we have for you. And,
Yeah,
for the services. If
I'm going to be doing a video about the Democratic plantation, and it's going to be a piece on history, and it'll be surprising, and it's not going to be intended to offend people, but it's going to bring you some truths, some insights that you did not know about, and will hopefully bring you to a place where you can be an independent thinker. But look for that.
Before you do
She
that,
lie like this. She knows all about the bank
because
account.
I don't think you guys should be
Uh-oh.
on a bank account or dealing with anything as relates to money. That's number one. Number two, the budget. I don't understand why we don't have a budget, just like I say any other time. We know that we're supposed to pass a budget.
We supposed to pay the budget.
This year.
We supposed to pay the budget.
New budget cycle. We should have already passed the budget. It shouldn't be still working on it. It don't take.
Yeah, free ham. Give them that hog. They'll be fine. And give them some. Long they got chitlins. Give me my chitlin cup. Well, I don't keep on voting chitlin. Give me my chitlin cup and my strawberry cake and bingo, big bingo.
So I think you guys should really, really work on that and say what you do want or don't want and move forward so we can go into the next budget cycle, which we are about to do. It's a lot of things I do have to say, and I am going to hold a town hall meeting. And when I have the town hall meeting, all is welcome. You know, press.
This is what you call a professional consummate criminal. Just like a professional athlete, like in the NFL. The world's best athletes playing football. This is the world's best criminal politician right here. I've never seen it done better.
At that town hall meeting. So stay tuned for that. That is coming up. And I will
An
announce that
absolute
next
consummate
week,
professional
to the town hall meeting.
criminal
Next on the agenda
politician.
is- Oh, my veto. Oh, can you get my veto?
Yep, she does know how to pivot. She can pivot like it ain't nobody's business.
Agenda, the new village attorney will give the clerk a copy of the vetoes that we are vetoing. It's several different items, including things that they try to pay for themselves. Like I said, they got conferences on there, and each and every month, they literally put one of them on there. First it was the clerk, then it was Kiana, then it was Tammy, then it was Brittany. Each one of them, every time, but they say we broke, and we broke. Why they ain't fixing potholes? Why they not paying for concrete? Why they ain't paying for certain vendors?
Why they not paying for concrete?
But y'all ain't asking the right questions.
Y'all ain't asking the right questions.
I'll drive past the little spot to get here about the school. That same gravel is still there. When we got water main breaks, they can't even buy supplies. They don't even have clamps to clamp the water main.
Yeah, I think some of that pork, it must have some worms in it, and it's rotting her brain. I think she's got a worm in there.
$139,000, but they say we don't have money. If we don't have money,
Trina Dean, we're not here to really listen to what she's saying. This is, you just got to be around to understand. The people who follow this channel, we've heard her say these same things 1,000 times over. So you can go straight to, here, let me just post the link. Is if you don't want to hear me talking, then just go. I'll give you the link right here. Let's do a copy. This is commentary, so here we go. There you go. So don't come in here talking about you talking over the meeting. We're here to troll the meeting. We're here to talk over the meeting. All right, so click the link and go watch it, and don't listen to me talk.
Board of Trustees meeting on Monday, October the 7th.
Yeah, 45,000 on Amazon.
Okay, so you know you can ask for a motion. That's my job. So I actually
Yeah, look at the faces.
talk about you just said you asked for a motion.
You just said
You asked for a motion.
that's the motion.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Every month, I'm asking for approval.
It's about to
Can you
get
guys hear
going.
me? I did not ask for more. From the Board of Trustees for the minutes for Monday, October the 7th, 2024. Maybe if I speak lower, people will understand me.
I'll motion that we approve the meeting.
Okay, it don't work like that, guys. Y'all are so out of order. So
Of course they're out of order.
I got 2 lawyers on my side. You cannot ask for approval, because approval is like asking for a motion. You cannot recite a motion until I call for the motion. You guys don't follow no rules in here. Is everybody doing that?
Yeah, I don't follow no rules in here. No rules.
Y'all want to sit back and just do what y'all want to do. It don't work that way.
Yep, we already know what she's going to say.
All right. So, village clerk is asking for a motion to approve the regular Board of Trustees.
Yes, indeed, Sandra. We got the troll gang in the house.
Yay! Motion second. Any discussion? Call the roll.
Colorado.
Yeah, he got, oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Colorado.
I wasn't present for that meeting.
I wasn't present for that meeting.
All right, call the roll.
Trustee Norwood. Hi. Trustee Stan Brown wasn't present,
No.
so okay. Thank you. Trustee Tammy Brown. Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes.
Run, attorney, run.
Motion passed. Thank you, board. I appreciate it.
All right, next we have village appeal.
Oh, God.
I didn't tell you, let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Not interrupt you, Mayor.
Clerk, I asked you, did you have a
Okay,
report?
guys, let me just be clear. She mentioned something about me with supplies. I just want to correct that. Yeah, the village is low on supplies because none of our vendors want to give us supplies without cash first. So supplies are being ordered, but it's not that someone is neglecting their job. It's just simply because we are broke.
Look at her laughing.
You know, and you guys all know that. And when you
She's
talk
such
about
a troll.
disrespect, and they're always talking about respect, but yet they sit
County
here and
Road. Yes,
disrespect.
that's French.
We have a clown sitting here who comes to work every day and don't work there.
Oh.
So I will apologize right now because I
No ruse.
if we were not broke, we would have supplies. And we're doing, and the staff is
Oh,
doing their
God.
best to get supplies. So it is not like I am here complaining. I am just following up to find out where the supplies are. But they're coming because they have been ordered.
Oh, boy.
So that's what's really happening. And first of all, this is a board meeting. We should not be speaking on internal matters in a board meeting. I would not bring that here. Thank you very much.
All right, so, okay, if we're broke, how they're paying themselves? So broke, y'all not getting paper, ink, pens. If we so broke, why are they on this list to get paid? They got several different items to pay themselves as trustees. We so broke, why you paying for conferences? We so broke, why you paying for, you out of order, you out of order. So, okay, we so broke, why are you paying for this stuff? What's the problem? You out of order. And y'all don't want to talk about the order. When you can't take the heat, you don't have the floor, trustee, please. But y'all got everybody on there. We so broke.
Y'all got everybody on there.
Right? You can't get simple things. Can't do simple things like get supplies.
Yeah, that wig
items
is
needed to do the
not
day-to-day
cutting it
operation.
tonight.
That's the problem that's going on right now. So residents that do listen to me and pay attention
Rouse
to
the
what's going on,
deals.
you see it for
You notice how she
yourself.
always says
They
that?
get everything.
Rouse the
Look, nobody
deals.
trying to prove they stuff.
Now get this warrant list.
Why they won't approve they stuff?
And I'm gonna veto it because I'm not with it. But they're gonna make sure they approve to pay all their friends, but we're broke, right? So we're not broke if you're still spending money on things that's not needed. So that's where we are with that. Village administrator report. What a village administrator at? What a village administrator? No village administrator, he's not here neither. Oh, he's still missing? And that's the other issue. Nobody comes to work. Nobody. There's a ghost town in our village. But go check the payroll. Check the payroll.
Check the payroll.
Everybody's getting paid.
Pick the payroll.
Everybody's getting paid. And that's the problem that we have today, guys. You have to check facts. You can't just go off of hearsay. Engineers report, nothing. Department heads. Y'all got names by department heads. So let's get straight to it. Let's do corporate bills. Corporate bills.
Corporate bills.
Is there a motion to approve the electronic warrant list? Is there a motion? Is there a motion? Motion. Is there a second? Second. The motion second. Any discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead.
There
Brandon.
Electronic warrant list that it says it's from November 4th, but just even as you stated, some bills are still getting paid because the money is coming out the account. So I'm trying to figure out, I had a concern about 3 CINS that's still on here. And then I actually spoke to the vendor that came up today from TNT Cleaning because she stated that she got paid through American Express that Chief Lacey had August 5th for $1,550, but then on the AP warrant list it has the same date with the same amount for a check to be cut. All other invoices have been approved by us. We're waiting for your signature.
So it's still the same hustle. This is the same thing going on. They approve the warrants, and then Tiffany doesn't cut the check to the vendors because she spent that money on other things. That, my friends, is the hustle.
The question was about these leases, which still, when you see the amount of money that has been spent for these vehicles, it's almost $70,000 just for these, and you keep hollering and telling these people we don't have no money, but this coming out the bank account. So I am a little concerned about what you're saying right now, but I would like to make sure that 3CINS LLC comes off. And if you have some clarity, because the trustees do not make the warrant list, let me say it again, the trustees do not.
Yes, that's embezzlement. Do you all understand that?
The village administrator, whoever conducts this list and provides it to us, could you please make sure that someone can answer why this is on the electronic warrant list and the AP warrant list?
So the direct payments are made for the vehicles that she wants, and then when the warrants are approved for the BUs, for the legit BUs, she doesn't cut the checks. So yes, that's embezzlement.
That has a total of $419,174.71. That's the same one. We received 5 different lists in our packet.
Yes, $419,174.71. That's correct. For the electronic warrant list for payments for September 2024, and it was printed on November 4th.
He does.
And then the other question, I heard Trustee Belcher mention removing this item. Do we need a superseding motion for that, or what's the parliamentary way that we accomplish?
She can just remove it. She want to remove an item like y'all always do. Or y'all act like y'all don't know what y'all been doing. That's it. She want to remove an item. Y'all entitled to remove whatever item you choose.
I want it removed, but I also want someone to answer the question about why it's on the electronic list and it's on the AP list.
And your answer is this. You guys put this together. You should have asked the people when y'all put this together. The trustees put this list together, and that's before me. So I got this email just like y'all got an email. You guys consult with the VA, and y'all put together this list. So stop acting like y'all did not, because that's how it got created. Because if I had it my way, every bill would be on the list.
Every
So you
bill.
guys didn't consult with me. Y'all put the list together, and that's where it's at. I had to put a motion.
Where is it?
Out of the engineer pay. So you guys put it together, now you want to play like y'all don't know what's going on. So take your item out and do with it as you will. And as it relates to...
Do with it as you will, as it relates to.
The house has been signing checks. He's not even on the bank account. So y'all need to stop playing the games. So tell the truth, shame the devil. But y'all study sitting up here lying about facts that I know and y'all know. So that's where we are. So there's a motion in a second. You want to remove the item and call the roll.
I have a comment on that, man.
Go ahead.
Yes, I got good sleep last night.
I have not signed checks in 2
Thank you,
months.
sir.
I have only signed the checks that Judge Cohen has given me the authority to sign. That will conclude my comment.
And that is not true, but don't worry about it. I will prove it. All right, moving on. Call the roll.
Moving on, Colorado.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Stanbrough.
Yeah, it's going to get ridiculous here in a
Trustee
minute.
Tammy Brown. Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes. You said no? Okay. Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, next on the agenda, a motion to approve the AP warrant list. Is there a motion to approve the AP warrant list? Hello, is there a motion?
May I read the warrant list into record, Mayor?
Go ahead.
Okay, the bills for November 4th had the corporate payments of $614,503.11. Gross payroll October 4th, $422,069.88. Gross payroll October 18th, $433,424.09. Melanie Fitness Center register, $1,244.32. Total corporate payments, $1,441,241.
Yeah, I think it's going to get wild. They have not ever failed to disappoint us.
Second. All right, any discussion?
Yes.
Yes, that is correct. She's keeping every check meant to go out to vendors that is approved.
The TNT cleaning, which,
Yes, Monique, a host of vitamins and minerals and coconut oil. I don't have any N-acetylcysteine. I got that comment from you, by the way.
to remove it off the AP list and leave the $3,200 that's on the September invoice to be paid. Because all other invoices have been approved, they just haven't been paid out. But I am saying this so it does not conflict with, it was on the electronic warrant list that was paid through the American Express. And I thought we ain't had no credit card. But now it's on the AP warrant list. So that's the only reason I'm asking for it to be removed, because it's 2 different places. I want to be very clear so they don't think that.
Hey, not ordinary. Did the Eagles win Sunday?
The other one has been approved.
They did, didn't they?
The check just has not been issued.
Any other questions? Okay, so for me, I have several things that's on this warrant list that you guys created. Core Consulting Group, that's the IT. I don't think they should be paid. As it relates to, they haven't even been.
No, not everyone.
Have been sitting for
It just happens to be that the loyals are all here tonight, and I've been meaning to employ all of you to help control things when the live streams start to get crazy again. We only have 32 people, 33 people in here. We've had over 1,000 sometimes, and things get crazy. And so I need a lot of help, and I need loyal mods that have been here for a while, and members that know what to do and know what my style is to keep things under control. So I thank you all. If you got that, that comes with great responsibility.
Next, the other issue on here, you got Tammy Brown. Y'all say we broke. Here we go, Tammy Brown for $619.
Yes, Dwayne, I am aware of that. Dwayne just mentioned that they have subsidized the Melanie and Dorchester, the fitness center, $9 million.
So don't pay for that and pay for the supplies and the things that's needed.
It's been a losing situation from the
On
inception.
here, y'all put Robinson Engineer, and that's what I was speaking to.
I added that on there as a
Okay.
line item to pay them their money. You only put on here for $5,116.33. I think they should be paid all their money. If you're paying your attorney $136,000, you should pay them all their money. Because guess what? They are our water operators. Something really important, something really crucial. If that goes down or goes wrong, we are in trouble. But they're not paying the people that do that. We are really above water. So I want to point that out, and all what I stated was for the record. So that's my statement.
I do speak South Chicago ghetto, so I can interpret a little bit, yes.
Excuse me, my $619 is supposed to come out of fund that is for training for the trustees, which was $10,000 that we never seen. So my $619 compared to your $200,000 is nothing.
Here we go.
compared. So you want to talk about $619? Talk about what you have spent.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Let's
So
talk about
trustee,
it.
you got that all so wrong.
You got
And that's what I stated
all the
before.
trips that
You gonna
you
let me
take,
respond to
and you
you?
haven't brought
Y'all
back
don't worry about what I do.
the
I
trips
didn't
that
take
you
anything
take.
from
I can see
here.
if you taking a trip and
Nothing
you
from
bring
here. Show me.
Oh, boy.
anything
Show
for
me.
it.
Woo!
You said a lot of lies. Please show me. You keep saying I travel from here. Y'all mix up both bodies of government.
Every all the other mayors are there, along with their board. We just don't see you there. So my 619, I'm entitled to it.
Trustee, you shouldn't be 619 if the community is suffering. If the community is suffering, you guys shouldn't be getting anything. That's what y'all don't understand. You should not be getting 600 of anything because we are out.
Right on, bro. I did hard work on that Darbo video.
Clamps to do water main break. Trustee, are you done?
No, I'm not done
Okay,
yet.
I'm gonna let you finish when I respond.
She gets her check just like we get our check. We are in this position now because she screwed up the money. So now you want to point the finger at yourself. The reason why these vendors are not being paid because she didn't pay. And then you go out and get contracts, and who signed them?
He killed me. Beating on the mics.
$2021, 2022, 2023. Now you tell me whose fault is that? When the board has voted to pay these vendors and they're not being paid. So whose fault is that? Somebody answer that for me. Whose fault is that? And you want to cry about $619. I'll give you $619.
I will give it back to me, please. I want it back. So today, take the name off here and give the $619 back. So you're going to make a motion?
Yes, they do think they're entitled.
Give it back. So let's clear up some things, because this is where they confuse you guys at. As it relates to, them getting things for travel, it is a bill. This has nothing to do with
It is a
paycheck.
bill.
So when she making the windows about, did you get your check? Y'all got y'all check too, and y'all don't do nothing. So this is a separate bill that comes off the list. So she's getting that extra $619. As it relates to budget, it's a budget line item. It's a budget line item to travel for anybody. So how's it good for them but not good for me? You cannot say tomato. You got to sit here and basically go off of what it is. Right now, trustee, you just said you want to give it back. Please do that. Amend this more or less and give it back. I'm going to call you on your bluff and you won't even going to give it back. So let's make a motion. Let's make a motion. Hold on, trustee. Trustee, money is for training. So basically, give it back. Give it back, trustee. So do y'all want to amend that motion? Because trustee just stated she want to give the money back. She want to give $619 back. Do anybody want to amend the motion?
Do anybody want to amend the motion? Do anybody?
Can we get it moving?
Trustee, you don't run a meeting, I do. That's your problem. So you just stated you want to give the $619 back. So
it is 8:14. Can we keep it moving?
Where your mouth is.
Can we keep this? Can we get back to business?
Our own business.
Can we get back to business?
Can
we get back to business, Mayor?
Give it back, trustee.
Yeah, they hit the nerve all right.
Amend it and let's go. Second. I didn't call no further motion. You guys cannot supersede me, and that's y'all problem.
That's right. That's y'all problem. Y'all can't supersede me.
At the end of the day, you made a statement. I'm
At the end of the
calling
day is the end of the day. Oh gosh.
Parliamentary procedure. You have two attorneys sitting next to you. You can ask them to make a motion for the roll. They absolutely have that right.
I still have to acknowledge you, sir. So until I acknowledge you,
I don't care if you acknowledge me or not. You have two attorneys here. Ask them what the parliamentary procedure is.
Uh-oh.
Okay, it don't work like that. So you can be smart mouth it all you want. You should take your $136,000 out. That's what you should do. If we that broke, why you over here taking all the money from our village?
Okay.
If we that broke, you should give all that money back.
There is a motion and a second to call the roll.
So anyway, as I was stating, we're in discussion, and as it relates to discussion,
As it relates to
Tammy Brown should give her $619.82. I'm also asking for the board to give back the $136,000 that Odison and McGrath and Frazier and Murphy is getting. You should make a revised motion to give everyone their money. Let me put it in here. Let me clear the record here. You out of order. You out of order. You said you had nothing else to say, right? Okay, then don't say nothing. So that is my motion. Those are my motions as it relates to the $619 is
smart mounted.
It's not paid. Trustee. It's on the warrant list to be paid. Correct. So take it out. Take it out.
I'm done.
Thank you. I thought you was done a long time ago. I was calling for the vote. All right, so that's what it is. Okay, so nobody wants to do it, right? All right, call the roll. Call the roll.
Thank God. Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Dan Brown. Trustee Tammy Brown. Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes. Trustee Belcher. Motion passed to pay corporate bills, AP warrant list.
Okay, remember, when you walking down the sidewalk and you trip, they could have paid for it. All right,
Wow.
Approve the ordinance 24-015, engaging the village. And it's not the village, it's trustees council, let's clear that up. Legislative council as the attorney for the municipal officers electoral board of the village of Dolton. Is your motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Cow the roll. Make the motion. Second.
Okay, so the attorney has advised me, which I know you know, because you're a lawyer down there, knows this too. This is an improper item placed on the agenda. This board has no merit as it relates to the electoral board. You know that, I know that, and he definitely knows that. So you guys cannot put a motion on the floor before this body to choose your own legislative council to be the council for the electoral board.
Yeah, this is reaching across the aisle. Oh, golly gee. Oops, I forgot to put Burdell to work.
Put a motion in a second. It's properly on the agenda. Either one of the attorneys sitting next to you can.
And the attorney did just advise me, sir, and that's why I'm speaking to it.
Mayor, if you could just let me finish. Either of the attorneys can advise you if they call into question anything on the agenda. There's another procedure they could follow and take that to a different venue, and I welcome them to do that.
Ooh. Whoops. Told her.
Okay, so let's call her on.
Now look at her dipstick attorney.
Okay, so he stated that it is still improper. I stated what I stated for the record. It's illegal to do. And then also...
Good God, probably 10. 10 or 15.
We have an electoral process. The electoral process is when someone challenges you as it relates to you filing your
There's another one.
When you file your petitions, we have to create a body as it relates... Okay, the attorney want to explain it.
Counsel, with all due respect, I advise the mayor that this is not. I advise the mayor, counsel,
that guy does not have a soul.
This is not the municipal officers electoral.
Check out what Cooking with Frank had to say about this attorney.
This board, this is the village of Dolton's trustees board, right? The MOEB is a statute, is a creature of statute. according to ILS 510.
Yeah, and you got a creature from the Black Lagoon sitting next to you.
This is not that board.
Oh, okay.
That
One extra.
motion should be properly addressed by the proper board.
Are we in comments, discussion? The attorneys were talking to each other as it relates to
dadgummit.
item on the agenda, and he just gave him the
gee
rules,
whiz.
the statute of where this item should be is not before this body. They do not control the electoral. It's myself, it's the clerk, and it's the
Oh, my God.
Those are the three individuals that's on the electoral board. They know that, I know that, we know that. So to put it
Well,
right
Brandon,
here
you
for
can't be a super mayor if you have a soul, so you have to be soulless.
or go.
Creature of the night.
You want to basically appoint your legislative council when you're the one being, that's not true. When you're being challenged in that process. So I'm just pointing it out
That's
as
the
it
first
relates to what's
start.
going on.
Nominate
So
yourself.
There was a motion and a second. Are we in discussion? I understand that. So you gonna let me finish?
Oh, God.
All right, he said, go ahead. Y'all gonna vote on it? Okay, go ahead. All right, call it roll. Trustee.
Call it roll.
Are we in discussion? Y'all got something to say? Go ahead. I do. So, to be very transparent.
Yes, it's a remake.
He started quoting ILC as whatever he was quoting. It would be unfair to anybody when Mayor Henyard is running, Jason House is running, the clerk is running. So for it to be no inconsistencies and nobody saying somebody did this wrong and somebody did that wrong, the purpose of putting this on the agenda is for the county to be the electoral board where they're not biased because of all of these people that are running are be there. So yes, you are the mayor, but if all of y'all are the people that's on the ballot, that would be unfair. So the purpose of this ordinance, and I'm sure if you read it, you would see that it's for the county to come step in so there will be no biases of anybody that put in any objections, because the only person that put in objections is the Marcus Quigley against us because they couldn't find nothing else to do. So just for the record, you still got it wrong. Everybody that knows the process, went through the process. Remember, I've been elected since 2013. As it relates to you removing someone from the body, if you feel they're biased in any way, they do a public member. That's how I go. They bring a public member in and they replace the person that's sitting there, especially if they're the one running. That's how it goes. So for you guys to try to supersede the process and place this on the agenda is wrong. That is not how it goes. Like I said, y'all give misinformation to the public and not the right information. But this is your way of, again, trying to control the situation at hand. Please do your homework, residents, before you just believe the hype.
Please do your homework, residents.
We're done. I got you. I'm letting it go. All right, moving on. Call the roll, please.
Call the roll. Look at Quasimodo sitting there.
Aye. Trustee Dan Brown.
Same.
Trustee Tammy Brown. Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes. Trustee Belcher. Motion passed.
All right, next on the agenda, motion to approve ordinance number 24-016, amended Title 5 of the Municipal Code of the Village of Dolton concerning penalties for violations of the Village Animal Control Ordinance. Is there a motion?
Yeah, Andrew hasn't moved.
I'll motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, is there a motion and second? Any discussion?
Yes, so at the last meeting, we had discussion regarding residents receiving high fines for their loose animals. We had the discussion, and myself, I've spoken to some.
Yeah, and you would think that by now, in 4 years, they would have figured out a way to stop her scam of spending by sitting on those checks from the warrants that are approved, but they haven't.
We do understand that accidents happen with dogs and animals, so we do understand that. So we changed the fee and the fine. Instead of it being $500 on the first offense, we changed it to $150 for the first offense, $250 for the second offense, and $500 for the third offense. We are in hopes that residents just be mindful.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of those to get through this crap.
That accidents happen. However, we want to also be safe. and that's the main goal. So we are changing the price, and we will make a lot of other changes over the next few months.
Well, old Stan Brown hasn't said much tonight, has he?
Enormous amount of animals.
He's being real quiet.
I've been in 20+ years, and I've never seen so many stray animals. The problem is not the animals that are that the residents own. The problem are abandoned animals. So we need animal control. I brought it up once before. You stated that we have animal control, but what you really meant is we have an animal control vehicle. So we do have an animal control vehicle that you purchased unapproved by the board, $80,000. It was approved by the board, but there was no process. And when we sit here, that's...
Do you all remember when that happened? About a year ago, year or two ago?
Process. It's not necessarily that the ideas that you come up with, we're not against the ideas, but everything needs a process and a procedure. So we are supposed to have animal control. We should have found certified people to run the animal control. Right now, our issue is, we had an issue, I called around, I've done my research, I've spoken with the county. They have an issue because they said that we have an officer, an ex-officer, who wasn't following the process. So because they wasn't following the process and they were doing unimaginable things with the dogs, the county suspended our need to, they're not allowing us to operate right now. So what we need to do is figure out how we can become licensed with the state again so that we don't have these issues and that we can eventually hire someone certified to run animal control so that we can have the animal control.
Nope, she didn't follow the process, but she used it as an excuse to get an $80,000 car.
We did have animal control, and the process was when a resident called, the animal control...
Nope, haven't seen her since the feds come in. I don't know what happened to that lady.
They said that we owe them money. So right now, they're not allowing the animals to come here. So the issue is, now we have all of these animals, we have nowhere to place them, so they're just running around the town, procreating and making more.
That's sad.
This is the first step.
There's a bunch of cats and dogs breeding out there running wild, but they got an $80,000 animal control truck, right? This is like a bad movie.
Ordinances that you put together, I think you guys are way behind the 8 ball. Y'all had over 3.5 years to do something. You guys haven't created anything, but now, guess what? It's election time.
Yeah, she probably did.
Trying to create whatever possible.
She got the heck out of there. That's what she did, Monique. She got the hell out of Dodge.
I think you guys should leave the fees where they are. I think you should actually increase them, because what they don't tell you, or they're not telling you, is, you know how many people have got attacked by dogs in Dolton? These all police reports right here. Police reports.
Oh, there she goes waving papers.
Did y'all know that in Dolton? These are reports that we got. But yet we talking about charging $100 for a loose dog, a pit bull.
$100 for a loose pit bull.
Running about what, 2 months ago, Will? 2 months ago. When I say a pit, was that a pit? What kind of dog that was? A pit was loose. Chased the mail lady down the street. She was screaming hard out the house. I had to call the police.
So stupid.
Because we weren't going to get bit too.
We don't want to get bit too.
The person came and got the dog already and left. I asked
Oh my
her,
God.
okay, she wanted to do work, do her route, but these are issues that we got in our town. Another issue. I drive around the town, this is what people
Oh my God.
So about school time, I'll say 3:30. You had 2 King Corsos. I think I got it right.
That's her personal attorney. That's not the city's attorney.
I called the police. So these are all in reports that you can go check. So imagine kids getting out of school. So if people running down the block and the dog chasing them, what
You're
do
getting out of school.
Until it happened to you, you will understand why people got strict penalties in
Strict
place to protect
penalties.
the resident. Because one guy got ate up, and it was behind Trina Down's house by 2 pigs or Germans or something, he said. She told me. So I'm saying that to say that when all this happened, and the man had to get skin grafts. So y'all talk about these things, but don't look into it and do it all for click and views and for a political gain, but yet y'all ain't doing y'all job of research. You should leave the fees where they are. You guys should actually increase them and hope people will come.
Oh, of course, increase the fees, yeah.
What are you
And no, she didn't pay her rent.
That's it? But your person's ate up and sit on the ground. Like, make that make sense. It makes no sense to me. I think you guys should revisit this, either table it for another day.
This stuff is too hilarious.
Increase the numbers so that people are accountable for their dogs.
He had to have skin grafts too, because the dog ate him up. Oh, God.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to conclude with this before I vote. Again, I heard your stories, and your story is every reason why we need animal control. We need animal control. We need you to figure out how you can make things.
I don't know how she gets away with having personal attorneys and spending the city's money.
Actually get certified people to operate the $80,000 plus truck that's been sitting for 3.5 years. And when I stated it, I heard you say, well,
Dwayne, that's a good idea. A $20 bounty on cats and dogs. I was going to say something really rude, but I'm going to bite my tongue. That would go along the lines of that bounty. Another good way to deplete the population of wild cats and dogs.
To Atlanta doing a whole media tour.
A white dude for Harris. And it hurts your brain. Oh my.
Now we're broke, and she wants to put the fine on the residents of the taxpayers. And to me, that's not fair. So, with that being said, I vote to amend fees so that we're not overpricing it and making it too ridiculous where the residents can't get their loved ones back in reference to their
Yeah, nobody's heard these stories or witnessed anybody being chased down the street and eaten by a rabid dog, except the super mayor.
As it relates to our animal control unit, we do have an animal control unit.
We do have animal control unit.
So for her to get up there and lie and say 3.5 years and we ain't had no animal control, because we went on her block that she don't live at. She don't live at the address. But anyway, when we got to that address, it was 2 loose dogs that we went and picked up with her unit that she said we don't get.
She got away.
She gonna call and make a post and say, hey, it's 2 loose dogs. Why you didn't call us? Why didn't you call the police? It's kids out there. I got the call from one of the residents to show up and show out and get the dogs.
Show up and show out.
But
Right.
she studied, hide behind other stuff, going left on other things.
Yeah, they just let this go on. What?
Now, we need to amend it and make it right. Somebody get ate up. Just remember, y'all look for Trustee Norwood because she the one put this in place. Because $100 is not going to help you with your conference.
Now she's built them for what, $8 million, but they're talking about dogs. They're talking about dogs eating people. That's really important. Oh my.
The board, I asked them to reconsider and revise this, and then we can move forward. But if you're gonna say
Oh my
I will
God.
be vetoing it, by the way, just so we're crystal clear to the public. So if they pass this, it will be vetoed at the next meeting. All right.
It's called out police department and see if there's any animal control for yourself.
Anything else?
So you know.
All right. Call the roll, please.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Yeah, that's true.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes. Trustee Belcher. Motion passed.
All right. Next on the agenda is there a motion to approve
This is
ordinance
absurd.
number 24-017, authorizing and providing for the issuance of its 1.6 million taxable general obligation bond series 2024 of the Village of Dolton, Cook County, Illinois, for the levy of a direct annual tax significant to pay the principal and interest.
Yeah, no, I don't have many brain cells left for this one. They need to get it wrapped up. She's wearing me out.
Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Yep, she's showing up and showing out, but definitely not in a good way.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown. Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes. Trustee Belcher. Motion passed.
You know, President of the majority scared to vote for that tax levy increase, huh? Okay. Next on the agenda is
Yeah, it must be Cujo.
the memo
Classic movie Cujo. Cujo is alive and well in Dolton, South Chicago. Yep.
Expedition, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Chevy, in the Chevy Tahoe in the Durango. Is there a motion?
I make a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there a motion and a second? Any discussion? Call the roll.
Cataro.
Trustee Norwood. Aye. Trustee Stan Brown. Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes. Trustee Belcher. Motion passed.
Next, is there a motion to declare the lease purchase agreement unenforceable and to return the Ford Expedition Durango Chevy Tahoes to the lender? Is there a motion?
I make a motion.
Is there a second? Second. Is there a motion and second? Any discussion? Call the roll.
Trustee Norwood. Aye. Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Did they just motion to get rid of the vehicles?
Trustee Holmes. Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, I'm gonna go back, my bad, trustee. Trustee Holmes had a statement or something you wanna make? Go ahead, trustee.
Yeah, when Trump won the election, the Dow rallied and the crypto market rallied. It was a good thing. My portfolio is way up. So one benefit of Trump winning, it increased my financial situation.
It's not a police car that's on the street. The other one is the Expedition that
Yeah, Stan ain't saying nothing.
chief had. The other one is a Tahoe that was sitting, and then the Durango that the previous chief had. If you tallied up just those 4 vehicles on the lease, it's $9,145 per month, which would save us $109,740 a year.
Wow. So they're finally getting rid of those vehicles.
So this is not any cars that's coming off of the street for the police. These are the other vehicles that were unapproved by the board.
Oh, okay.
All right, it'll all be vetoed. All right, next, is there a motion?
Oh, she wanted to jump off of that real quick.
Took the vote already.
So she's basically taking away Tiffany's fleet of Tahoes.
All right, next on the agenda is there a motion to approve a policy to enforce the return of all
Yes, absolutely, Giggity. Being a owner of several businesses, yes, I stand to benefit from the policies that are going to be coming our way in 2025. Yes.
You said what?
Why is this created? Whoever created this, so put this on the agenda.
I created it, I put it on there, and the reason that I put it on there is because it's a lot of liability. So I'll give a couple examples of things that have happened. When people terminate, if they're laid off, if they're terminated, if they're leave from the village, they should be returning the village property within a reasonable amount of time.
Oh, my.
We have somebody that was laid off in August.
Oh, my.
That was driving a village vehicle, and now it has mysteriously disappeared, and I don't know.
Oh,
where it's at.
man,
But if
that's
something
sad.
was to happen in that vehicle, we would be liable for it. So it should be a 24 to 48 hour time frame that
Oh, man.
all village property be returned. This has nothing to do with anybody personally. This has something to do with the liability of the village. Also, those vehicles, and I can say 2 of them that we were talking
Peace out,
about,
Dwayne.
the
Thanks for
previous
being here.
person left and only gave 1 key back, meaning that another key is somewhere around. All of village property
Ben
should
told
be
me
returned.
here.
Just as if you have left someplace, you have to turn in your ID. You have to turn
In what municipality, what city in the entire United States can a person who has a municipal vehicle get fired or be laid off and still be driving the car? Only in Dolton.
With insurance, we already have problems with all these lawsuits, and this can cause a lot of concern. So I put it on there. I placed it on there because I believe there should be a time frame that all village items and property be returned if somebody separates from the village.
And yeah, some of those vehicles with illegal lights. That's right, Brandon.
To the village, I totally agree with that. I don't think that it is a need for an ordinance or anything to be created because HR normally tells you to give everything when you part from a employment.
Here come the
So
excuses.
I just think y'all just making things for no reason. When it's already something
Oh.
on the books that states when you leave, get fired, quit. Normally you go in HR office and they ask you to give those things. If you don't have them, they say give them the next day or whatever. So I just think it's just a waste of money as it relates to, I'm pretty sure the lawyer down there charged to create it when it's something like that on the books because everywhere or anybody that has an actual job has done it or created it. So,
Mayor, I'm, and this is something that we agree on, but you're saying that that's what's supposed to happen. Obviously, it hasn't happened if these people still have the property. So we're putting it as an ordinance to hopefully it be enforced. Because
I don't get it.
as I just stated,
That's
it's a liability. So when these
it's shocking, but not shocking.
Yes, it is common.
But how sad is it that she has to explain that the city has a very huge liability problem?
It hasn't happened, so I think if it's in writing, it's more important.
That's so sad. So
we both agreed for once.
if one of these people squatting on a vehicle gets in an accident and there's $1 million lawsuit, guess who gets to pay for that lawsuit? It's the village of Dolton.
Which y'all talk to HR. So, call the roll.
She shouldn't even have to explain that.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
He looks like a
Trustee
Diddy
Brown.
party.
Aye. Trustee House.
Aye.
Yeah, why would you not report those vehicles stolen?
Trustee Belcher.
Oh,
Motion passed.
because in this area, there's no rule of law.
Approve 2 business licenses.
State police aren't going to come in. I mean, who can you appeal to? She runs the police department.
Second.
Is there a motion second? Any discussion? All right, go ahead. Well, they put this
No, I
on
didn't
there.
hear the question. You said, do we have the information?
Yeah, we're gonna
Yes,
see,
sir. Yes, sir.
see the Dalton car stripped down, up on blocks, rims and tires missing, stereo taken out, seats taken out, sitting over in Calumet City.
All right, any more discussion?
Yeah, Cook County ain't doing nothing. They never have.
So, you guys want to approve 2 business licenses.
Mm-hmm.
And you stated that they turned everything in, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Insurance normally would not cover that, but if someone gets hit and injured in an accident and they sue the person who was driving the city vehicle, that person's not going to get any money. But the person who got hit, they're going to be able to sue the village, and the village will have to pay for that because it was a village vehicle being driven, and they did not fulfill their responsibility in disallowing that person to operate that vehicle.
So, as it relates to
Nope.
item,
I have to take the vote.
He doesn't work here.
you gotta be so rude, that's so rude. So I just want to point out, as it relates to items and things that are not completed, but this board want to surpass the process and give their friends, homies, whoever, licenses when we have a process in our.
Well, you would think it would be grand theft auto, but again, there's nobody to prosecute that.
And you sit here and you just want to approve licenses without checking with our departments to see if they did everything is beyond me. So my question is this: who got paid? Who on the tape? Because at the end of the day, why is this up here? It should not be before the body, because that's what they do at the village. That's what the employees are for. But right now, we constantly come in here.
Yeah, that's
asking
true.
the board to approve things that they should not be approving. So, William, go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I just want to just explain that with the housing department and permits and licensing, there is a process in place. The particular business that you're speaking of, when we researched it today, first they had not had their fire inspection, which is one of their requirements. They have the building and fire inspection. So when you say, Trustee House, that they have our credentials, I don't know.
You know, this guy's benefiting from the connection with Tiffany some type of way. Do you all know about that? You recognize this guy?
License. And there's various other things without divulging this particular business, all of their information that they is required.
No, he shouldn't be on the mic.
Inform them of those things that's required in order to get a business license. With the leadership of Mayor Henyard.
Oh, God.
We have come to the conclusion that
He's an intelligent speaking person, but he's on the take. He is a criminal.
Friday.
You're looking at a crook right there. This is a criminal, guys.
Has to provide them with his articles of incorporation.
Yep, former housing administrator.
Licenses, inspections. He said he never had to have that. So with our code enforcement, we sent them out there. This particular
Yeah, so he was fired. Who fired him? And why is he still working for her and still simping for her? I can't remember the details, but he is still connected some type of a way.
So we let them know that it's important, it's imperative.
Yes, the politicians and the DA are the police. The politicians are judge, police, they're the law. The politician gets to do whatever they want.
So this is based on all the ordinances.
Okay. Okay, so the trustees fired him, and he is still connected with the mayor.
Things that's required before they can.
Okay, thank you, sir.
A business has to come into compliance before we can actually provide them with their business license. Okay?
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So the reason why I asked him to come up so you can hear from someone that's in that
Until she
department.
called him up.
Because you get information and it's the wrong information.
Oh, of course it's the wrong information. Yeah.
Do the process. But then they go and say, oh, they stopped me. They won't give me a license. They want this. Why they don't do that same song and dance when they go to Tinley and Orland and they tell them no until they come into compliance? It's the same with our black and brown communities. You got to come into compliance. Once you do that, fine, you approve. But you must follow the steps. We cannot think that we can go to a board and say, hey, can you approve my license? But yet you ain't did everything you're supposed to.
So while she's yammering on, who else, if you own stocks, type stocks in the comments. If you own crypto holdings, type crypto in the comments. Just curious.
That's not true. So what I'm saying to you is that you have to pay attention and hear every side before you decide on what
hear
to do.
every side before you listen to one side.
Business, as long as they come into compliance, we have no problem with it. We want businesses here. I am the most business-friendly person there is.
Yeah, as long as you pay her. As long as you give her a cut. She's very business friendly.
So why would I not want somebody else to know how to operate?
You just got to give her that cut. You give the kickback. You're business friendly. Okay, Monique.
The village gets sued.
GX215.
And they didn't do an inspection. If you go in, something fall down on you. You go cook some raw meat, and it's not cooked to a certain
What the hell is she
standard.
talking about?
It gotta make sense, guys. I need you to see that and stop just going with the hype of negativity, because that's not what it is. We want people to do things the right way, and then they have no problem with being approved. I just don't think they should be coming before a board that don't work there, that don't know.
Yeah, business friendly.
So that's
What
where
a
it's at.
joke.
So that's what we need to work on. So that's my statement for it. Anybody got anything else?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, on this business specifically has submitted everything to the village administrator as well as Ms. Carlisle who's doing the permits. So if you have
Monique, you're in the U.S., right? I use Webull. I've got a few stocks on Webull.
provide that documentation to them. That's on this
Monique, if you want to learn, you need to get in
prior to
crypto.
this administration,
You can start with
The
Coinbase.
board did not need to be involved in business licenses. This is the least business-friendly administration that I've ever seen. That's right. It takes more. It takes businesses up to 6 months, and they get no responses, no answers. That's the reason the board created this process. If the employees would do the job and make sure these people are followed up with and comply, we have no problem getting out the way. The board is not trying to oversee all this stuff. We're doing this as many other things because the job is not being done. Once the job is getting done, the board can fall back and just do the legislation that we signed up to do.
Okay, oops. I'm trying to pull up my other there we go. Gotta get that back up here. I'm trying to pull up my crypto channel. I'm gonna post it in the comments.
When that time comes, we'll get out of it.
Guys, I made a $400 investment in 2022 that's worth $14,000 right now. That's kind of my expertise is in crypto.
Why the hell is that necessary? It doesn't make sense at all.
Boy, Jason's getting fired up.
About bringing business, we have to make it more business friendly. We have to let the businesses know, and that's what this board is doing.
All right, so right now you guys are impeding on the day-to-day operations.
The day-to-day operations.
That is not your job to do.
It's not your job to do.
The day-to-day operation as a trustee. Y'all job is to legislate. That's all
Y'all
you
job.
guys cannot sit here and circumvent the process. The process is what it is, as it relates to a business coming into our community. And if people get
Sixers playing the Clippers.
Have to go through all of this if they make sure they do it right the first time.
Oh man.
I have made videos
PG and Harden
about people
facing
going on
off.
fake news
Wow,
lying,
no doubt.
And I've showed you the truth. So that's just what it is. And for people to get up here and grandstand.
Yeah, I think Jason is going to win the election.
Tomorrow, show us what you feel.
She can continue grandstanding, but Jason House is probably going to win re-election. Although Tiffany's going to get a lot of people coming out to vote for her because, you know, she is slinging that cake, strawberry cake, got them all on the take.
You guys put something on there and then approve it, but no one else knows what's going on. But then yet, y'all use me for the headlines in the news.
Y'all use me for the headline.
All the attention and all the things.
All the attention, all the thing.
You guys voted for. But the problem is, the mayor is the executive branch. No, good question. Where is the VA? That's the other issue. VA's never
That's the other issue. Here, I'm going to type up while she's yammering on here. I'm going to see if I can get my other channel link for you.
It's not right. It's not fair. So I just want to say that. So again, y'all can approve it all you want. It will be vetoed. The person needs to come.
Yep, that's it. Now I'm going to copy this.
Come in compliance with the village is not a problem with.
So this is my other channel, my Crypto Pro channel.
Follow the steps. So I want that for the record. So once you guys go and do these political games,
And I'll paste it over here.
Make sure they
There you go.
That's where we are. All right, call the roll.
Yeah, no personal responsibility whatsoever. She sucks the energy out of my brain, man. Much less the room. She can drain that room.
Is it a motion to table it?
Is it a motion to table it?
Second. It's been motion and second to table it. Call the roll.
You want a Beyonce song now? Dance party with Beyonce.
Aye. Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
No.
Trustee Holmes. Trustee Belcher.
Outstanding.
Belt.
All right. Oh, look at that.
I need to do a live stream and update everybody on the market.
Let me correct that. This is a motion to table item 12G.
Next, is there a motion to approve a settlement agreement in the amount of $900,000 to Camille?
And Sandra, the sad thing is, the people who are bought, the ones going to Big Bingo and getting that strawberry cake and the Chitlin cups and the free crap for, you know, back to school, and there's a lot of people she's bought off. And they're too dumb to realize that she is spending their own tax dollars to buy them off. And then she comes up with some cockamamie deal where she's bragging about giving a $2.2 million tax refund for real estate tax for Thornton Township, where Paul Roberts, who I'm going to have on pretty soon, Paul Roberts said that that amounts to $22 per resident. $22. But just to sit there and brag about giving a $2.2 million rebate, it sounds big. And so people that don't have a high IQ, they fall for that. And it wins her votes. So I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not ruling her out as like getting reelected. It can happen.
Okay, well, so what are y'all doing? Okay, is it a motion to table? All right, so motion to table. Is there-
Once in a while, I'll do stocks, but generally, crypto is so much hotter and volatile. I'll put stock charts. I'm a chartist, so technical analysis is my expertise. But I can discuss stocks too. Yes.
Trustee Tammy Brown. Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes. Trustee Belcher.
Yeah, the attorneys are feeding off of these people.
Mayor, if I may.
They can fight each other, and they're getting all the richer. It's sad.
Okay, well, y'all probably should go to closed session, because everybody down here is saying y'all should talk about it in the back. And I agree. I don't think y'all should put whoever business that is out in the open. So,
If you want, we can go into executive session. I was just noting that this litigation was handled by an outside firm, Michael Sparrow from Hinshaw and Culberson. There was a settlement conference 3 weeks ago, and this was agreed to, and it's partly with the village and with the village's insurance carrier. The village really has no say. If they want to go against the settlement, then the village will be on the hook for paying all future defense costs and any difference in the dollar amount.
Ooh.
So you go into executive session. I did not handle it. I know generally what the case is about. The attorney who handled it is not here, obviously, but it was pursuant to a settlement conference in federal court with the village administrator, that attorney, other attorneys, and plaintiff's counsel.
all right, thank you. Next, is there approval for?
Imagine how much money they're losing in all these cases.
Is there approval?
A motion.
Is there a second? Is there a motion and second, any discussion? Okay, well, my question is, how did this firm come about?
This was a force-placed audit by Susanna Mendoza. We could not identify a firm that would accept, so Comptroller Mendoza identified a firm that will take on the village of Dolton.
Okay, that's great. All right, is there a motion and second? Call the roll.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown. Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes. Trustee Belcher. Motion passed.
All right, next, is there a motion?
Yes,
to
Dolton is
resolution
doomed.
Number 24-010.
It's
authorizing
really
payment for the
sad.
Dalton Special
There's
Counsel.
no way they're going to dig out of the financial hole that they're in. The litigation is going to sink them, even if they vote her out of office. The litigation alone, they're sunk.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Is there a motion and second, any discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead.
You didn't provide any documentation with this, so how much is you're asking for payment? What is the payment? Do we have a contract?
So, obviously, you didn't read, because there is an attachment to it, it's called the resolution. And in the body of the resolution, it states the payment
She is so snotty.
for legal services. It say what your lawyer get.
I know what services is now.
It say what your lawyer get. It ain't no contract, it's a resolution, it's in there.
Okay, can you give me the number?
Oh my God. This is insane. So she thinks she can spend attorney's money with a resolution and without getting a contract that is approved by the Board of Trustees. It's just the same stuff. Yeah, a vast, vast wake of destruction. I don't know if they're gonna survive this without having the charter, the village charter, yanked. It's going to get revoked. There's no way financially that they're going to be able to keep the charter for the village with these lawsuits.
You go to the second page. That way you can read and see.
Yeah, she can put a number on them pages.
And whatever legislative council gets, it says it on there. What's the dollar amount that he get? McGrath, what's the dollar amount you get per hour?
Why are we using legislative counsel to
I'm
determine the
asking. She just asked me the question. We trying to make sure it's fair, that it's across the board. That's all. Whatever they get, make sure they get. So an invoice will be billed every time individual does work to you guys. Well, to us, the village.
Trying to get paid.
Any more discussion? Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Say again?
Is Delgado still with us on this here?
I did not hear you. Sorry.
Delgado still with us on this here.
What's Dodover saying?
We had to bring in a different counsel to handle all the village's cases. So no, they're no longer on record.
Wait, I thought this was special prosecution. I thought that was for like the tickets and stuff.
No, Delgado dropped the cases. Y'all not listening. Okay, what we doing, guys? So it's been a motion and second to approve payment to the Village Dolton Special Counsel for Legal Service. Is there
Wow.
a motion and second? Any more discussion?
Stan's just trying to start stuff now. I think Stan is flipped. He doesn't want to go to jail.
No.
No. No.
All right. Okay. So let's make this statement for the record. You call the last person.
So do you think this meeting is going to end in a big fight and get shut down? What do you guys
I just
think?
want to make this statement for the record, so please make sure this is in the minutes. So the judge told this body, this board, they was all in court with me, that they should do the same thing that they do for their counsel, which is create an ordinance/resolution, and it's in the document, and you guys can check it out, news, so you can see what the transcript stated that the judge told this body to do. They was all in court, and said, to be fair, you should pay counsel. So if you're not gonna pay counsel, we created exactly what the judge told us to do. And then we get up here and everybody vote no. So make that make sense. Thank God we're in court tomorrow. I appreciate that. So in court tomorrow, we'll bring this up because at the end of the day, we have to sit here and go through this. I want to point that out just so you understand.
At the end of the day.
How it came to be on here. It cannot be good for one side and then bad for the other side. It cannot be. But that just show you the control that
It can't be good for one side and bad for the other.
Next on the agenda.
Why can't it? That makes sense. Why can't it be good for one side and bad for the other?
Is there a motion?
Wow.
Is there a second? Is there a motion and a second? Any discussion?
Yes, Mayor.
Go ahead.
I have the invoices that were just brought in today, and these are invoices from 2023, January 24. These have already been approved on a previous warrant list. We have never removed Robinson Engineering from the warrant list. Just to restate, of course, I will support this again, but these have already been approved.
Okay. Well, Ron is saying the opposite, so that's why it's on the agenda. So hold on. So if you guys want to reapprove it, we reapprove it. If his check's already cut, made, whatever, then they can void the approval. She don't have to cut any checks, is what I'm stating. So you guys are in favor of it, correct? All right. Call her.
Wait, so we're calling a roll on something that's already been approved?
You heard what he just stated. Come on, man. Just said he's in favor of this.
Trustee Norwood? Aye. Trustee Stan Brown?
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown? Trustee House?
Aye.
Trustee Holmes? Trustee Belcher? Motion passed.
All right, next on the agenda, is there a motion to approve the appointment of the police chief, Ronnie Burge?
Oh.
Is there a motion? Is there a second?
So she's still trying to get Ronnie Burge.
Second.
Whoa!
Motion and second, any discussion? Call around.
Stan Brown seconded?
Okay, go ahead.
Just as we're going into the next one, so my statement is going to be the same for the next 4 points. None of the individuals listed here, the resume has not been provided to the board. No confirmation of background checks, no confirmation of salaries, and for some of the contract individuals, no confirmation of certificates of insurance, malpractice insurance. None of that information has been provided to the board. So I'm going to be a no for all of these until we can get the proper due diligence.
Okay, so for the record, guys, y'all need to stop. Y'all know I'm entitled to my appointments as a mayor. And as a mayor, I will get my
Entitled. Yeah, you're entitled, all right.
Because I was told that this is how it needs to be. I put it before this body to support me in making sure I have management in place in every area throughout my community. Because right now, as you guys know, y'all involved in a lot of mess. And right now,
y'all are involved in a lot of mess.
To manage those
That's pretty
departments.
rich.
Because those departments are not being managed because you guys been laying people off. Y'all have it as a ghost town. People not showing up to work. Y'all paying these half salaries.
What's the guy's name? It is Ronnie Burge, right? That's the illegal police chief that she's trying to appoint.
Department, you need a police chief. And y'all know that. That's why it's being ran raggedy. I hear that all you trustees are being, have been going over there to the police department, especially Trustee Belcher. Y'all in the police business that should not be. I keep telling y'all, stay in your lane. Because you be involved in stuff later on because you think you run stuff and you don't. You are a legislative body. I keep saying that. I'm the executive branch. You're legislative.
Oh my God, there she goes with that. Y'all don't run stuff.
Have not passed.
Oh my God.
I'm asking for your support, which I knew you guys would say no. Thank God. State statute say that I'm entitled to.
Yeah, how is it possible? No background checks whatsoever, no resumes, no nothing, but she thinks that she has just the power to force something through. I guess that they did not get that court, the judge involved, where he made the court order that blocked her from those appointments. She probably would have her way to this day.
No.
So imagine how stupid she is. They could vote this down and it's done. But she just said that they don't have the power and should mind their own business because they're the legislative. They're not the
I
executive.
just want to point out to the residents that you see, my board of trustees have been trying to gridlock me. And as a mayor, I'm entitled to the appointments that I have before you. And that's how you're able to run a smooth operation. And they like to create, conflict, and they like to create chaos, which I'm not for. I really want this to run smooth and let everybody run their own department. Next, is there a motion to approve appointment of village attorney Angela Lockett?
A motion.
Is there a second? It's been motioned and second. And this is her resume. She said pass it down to y'all. All right. It's been motioned and second. Any discussion?
I just have one thing to say. With any position, anybody that has been in HR and have an HR background, you would have a background check ran. Nobody starts until the background clears. That's for any reputable company, business, or anything else. Any person that has an HR background would know that. There's nothing wrong with you putting them on here. Where's the background?
Only in Dolton.
And is it back? Simple as that. We make this mistake again. Why go back down this same road?
Nowhere in the United States would you ever see something so absurd.
People are qualified for the position.
No rule of law.
First of all, everybody up here is overqualified for their position. So please put
Deflect.
on their name, like I tell you to do.
Here we go. Darvo process.
Here. We are African American.
Up. Pull the race card.
And with that being said, we are great. You have attorney to my left, and y'all don't want to give them the opportunity. This is Max Sally. He has been practicing law for years. To my right, you have Angela Lockett. She is awesome. And this guy, because y'all need to stop playing with people's names. They are attorneys. That means they pass the bar in background check. They wouldn't be an attorney.
Oh
and
my
as it
God.
relates to anything else, as it relates to Ronnie Burge, all y'all know his credentials. You know he has been a police chief.
in several different locations. And as it relates to Michael Smith,
Oop.
I need to stop before you see off for defamation of character.
Oh,
He does
defamation
not,
of
He
character.
does not have a background. Just because you don't like him, don't
Michael
like
Smith doesn't have a background. Can you believe this?
Stop defaming. Hold on, trustee.
Okay, it's about to get crazy.
Stop defaming people's name because it ain't cool, it ain't fair, it ain't right. Stop. I'm entitled to my appointments, and my appointments will be who I choose it to be.
Wow.
Because I did that before.
It's just sad to watch this. It's really sad to watch it.
So this time around,
It's disgusting.
I choose to sit in those seats because you need people that is for you and not against you or not trying to sabotage you in your account. And these individuals,
Wow.
like I stated, are overqualified to run the day-to-day operation. So, moving on.
Let me just say this. Again, with qualified, I don't care if you are qualified. Any reputable business, as I stated again, anybody that works for a business knows that you have to have a background check. I don't care if you are qualified. Every individual needs to have a background check, and you don't start until your background clears. And that's only
It's so
because
sad.
you're going to cover your tail at the end of the day. Yes, okay, qualified, you said they're qualified. Where's the background check? Again, we made these mistakes before. You picked those other people before, and then look again. So background checks, what's the argument? Let's do the background checks and move on from there.
Let's be crystal clear. I never picked anyone with a background. They do not have a background, and they can start work pending a background check. So
Oh,
we are
my
going to
gosh.
move forward. Thank God it's my appointment. So we're going to move forward. Tomorrow, each one of them will be in HR, and I don't think your attorney did a background check, so I don't know why
Oh,
you don't have
my
to do a
God.
background check. So stop it. But the people that work for the village, sure.
Where
they
else
do a
would
background
this
check
not
tomorrow.
just be
They will go to HR,
completely
get the paperwork,
not given
certified and
one
done, and then they will send
iota
them
of
background
attention
check. Don't take that long
if
to
people
do.
weren't
So that's where we are with that.
checked
So
for their
we're not
backgrounds?
waiting no longer. Y'all had me without
Oh,
any of these
man.
people in place for several months. You guys have crippled the village, and I am here to fix it. Because now we don't have anybody in place to do the things that's needed to run the day-to-day.
They
operation.
have crippled the village.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. So I just wanted to make sure.
Comment, Mayor.
So go ahead.
No, and I just want to.
And nobody that she has hired has ever had a background.
I was very intentional in terms of just saying the information had not been provided. I do not think that anybody deserves to have their name defamed. So that is not the intention. I believe the process that I'm looking for before making a positive vote would be either a resume for a contractor, a background check, and either voted yes or no. But there's no intention on defaming anybody, but the board does have the authority to make the decision based on the information presented. At this time, we received no information, and I will be voting no.
Okay, let me clear you up because again, y'all is in improper information now. Y'all don't have any authority to do anything. You guys are supposed to do advice and consent. What that means, just so we crystal clear.
Here we go.
Crystal clear. Advice and consent states that they're supposed to agree or disagree, and that's it. And then guess what I get to do? Still appoint my appointments. That's how this goes. So I just want you to understand how the game goes. How they keep trying to act like they control me. They do not. They have no authority over my office. I am the executive branch. Again, they're the legislative branch. We learned this in 8th grade. Gosh, right, y'all ain't got it yet. So anyway, moving on. Call it off.
Trustee Norwood?
No.
Bizarre.
Trustee Stan Brown?
Yes.
Trustee Tammy
Stan
Brown?
Brown says yes.
Trustee House?
No.
Trustee Holmes? Trustee Belcher?
Oh my God.
Wow, y'all just
Motion
added
failed.
of saying no. Okay. Next, is there a motion to approve appointment of special counsel? Is there a motion?
Holy smokes. Well, she apparently believes that she is a dictator.
Is there a second?
She doesn't even respect the fact that a judge came down on her and ordered her that she can't do these things.
All right, is there a second?
And then has the nerve to, like, be incensed that they would have the
Anybody?
gall to vote her down.
Stan?
Oh, God.
said, can I get a second? Yes, no? So y'all don't want me to have special counsel as it relates to cases for the village of Dolton? This the game we gonna play? All right, thank you. How'd I get to still a point? All right, it fails. Next, is there a motion to approve appointment of executive assistant?
Oh, what was that?
Is there-
Executive
Is
assistant.
there a second? Is there a motion and a second?
So, executive assistant, when did it become an appointment? And then, Jack, what is?
Stan needs to decide what he's gonna do. Is he gonna like flip,
You and I
or is he
spoke
gonna stay
in
being the
parking
simp?
lot, that is. And then we talked about all of this and all the people that work in our village and what do they do. Hey, y'all
Yeah, exactly. You can't flip burgers without a background
so we did
check.
all of that, and you know the answer to those questions.
You hire pedos, ex-cons, felons, and then you turn around and say none of them had a background.
Going on in the village, everything
Wow.
that was wrong, who did what wasn't approved. We talked about all of this, trustee. But yet you come up here and have them. Come on, you know what's going on. You do.
Yes, man, Stan.
For executive assistant.
Executive
So
assistant.
basically, we're here for executive assistant. So I'm asking.
We here for executive assistant.
It's what?
That's not a appointed position.
Trustee, it's on the agenda. I either have your support or I don't. So you're gonna support me since it's not appointed.
Just because it's on the agenda doesn't mean it's right.
Do you support me with my hire, trustee? Oh, okay, that's my point. I know you don't. Thank you for saying that for the record. Y'all don't support anything I do. So anyway.
Oh. Yeah, Stan needs to stop flip flopping.
Trustee Norwood? Trustee
His
Stan
future
Brown?
freedom is at stake.
Trustee Tammy Brown? Trustee House? Trustee Holmes? Trustee Belcher?
No.
Motion failed.
Okay, so, couple things. I just want to reiterate what just happened. There was motions for several.
I don't know. It's sad. How did he even get off of the charge? Why did Las Vegas let that case go?
And y'all do know the judge got a login shop.
But the reason why he's there is because this is the epicenter of corruption in the United States. No rule of law.
There's been a motion for the police chief, for Ronnie Burge Sr., and I had 2 votes on that and 4 noes. And then there was a motion for approval of village attorney, Angela Lockett, and that was also 2 yeas and 4 noes. And then I had a motion to approve appointment of special counsel, Matt Solomon.
Yeah, Holmes sitting there on his cell phone all night, not looking up at anyone, still ashamed to give any eye contact. Boy, he was sweating hard when Fania Dukes was talking.
And 4 noes. So that's where we are with that. Moving on. All right, so the attorney have asked me to make sure I put this in the record. As you guys know, I am entitled to have temporary appointments. Currently, right now, these individuals will be my temporary appointments. I already named them, but I will rename them for record, and that is the
Yeah,
police chief.
she wastes a whole lot of time repeating this garbage that we have to listen to over and over and over again.
Executive assistant for Michael Smith. Those are my temporary appointments.
She knows she's not going to get it. Why even try? Why waste the time?
Next board meeting, we will bring it back up again to see if I will keep the same individual or I will go with new people. So temporary appointment goes every 30 days for those that don't know how it works. So I want to make sure that
my
it's in
God.
the record. That's for the record clerk. So when I see the minutes, I want to see those statements. Next on the agenda is there a motion to terminate the law firm of Odison, Murphy, Frazier, and McGrath? Is there a motion? Is there a motion to
Speak
terminate
up,
the law
Holmes.
firm of Odison, Murphy, Frazier?
Come on, where's Holmes and Stan
Is there a
Brown?
motion?
Her allies are supposed to.
Anybody motion? Stan? Stan, no.
Where's the allies? And she called out Stan.
Andrew, no.
Oh my.
Last one, motion to terminate Odison.
Oh.
Is there a second? Nobody? Jason, wanna second that? Nope. Nope. Tam, you want a second? She's a little good, that's a shame.
So her henchman won't provide the motion in second.
Okay.
Why waste the time and even bring that up?
Okay, so that was only a motion and not a second to terminate Odison, Murphy, Frazier, and McGrath. I put them on here every single board meeting. And the reason why I put them on the agenda is because they are taking advantage of our community. They are overcharging us, and they create chaos and confusion.
Okay, yeah, that's a good answer, Sandra.
What is going on? And
It cannot go back on the agenda once it's not approved.
I stated earlier that they put on a bill for $136,000 to $39,000, but yet they keep saying we're broke. But yet they're the only law firm that's constantly getting paid. I see that I didn't even see an invoice for a Delgado group. So it's just sad to see that, but yet y'all don't want to appoint my attorneys to make sure that things can get done. And I'm going to make sure that you understand this. They are not.
Look at that smug grin.
I did not vote or appoint their law firm for our village. I did not. But yet they want to come in and do the strong arming and take over the cases.
The strong garment.
That is what I am fighting up against. That is what you don't see or don't know or don't understand. So I just want to make sure that I put that in the record so you understand why.
These two are complete dirtbags. This attorney and that attorney.
And when they lost the recall, they still charged the residents for that when they knew they couldn't do it because they did it in 2015, I think, and they lost that. Then they came back and did it again. And that
Yes, exactly, because they are for her. That's the problem.
So all I'm saying to you guys is pay attention to your money.
I think she understands. I don't think she even believes the lie that is coming out of her mouth right now. It's a show. She doesn't believe that.
So I want to point that out. Last but not least, my vetoes. I said it because I was vetoing certain things. And on that veto list, because
Yes,
I put this
it's
in because
absolutely
I don't
ridiculous.
remember a recall. She had
Put it on repeat. Play the tape over and over and over
they
again.
paid $7,800 to Big Woods Barbecue for Tea with the Trustees. Y'all eat barbecue at Tea with the Trustees?
Oh,
I don't
good
think so,
Lord.
but it's cool. And then they had the payment to Odison, Murphy, Frazier, and McGrath. And then they paid Nikita, I don't know what she at, $2,500 or $3,500 for a website. Like, I'm just saying. But everybody paying their friends, but y'all don't see what's really going on.
Her crooked lying lawyers, they know she's lying, but they don't have a soul.
Stated these vetoes just so you can understand, but normally I just say I'm vetoing. We give the vetoes to the clerk.
The election is in May, I believe, May of 2025, Wanda.
All right, next is our motion to adjourn. All right, it's been motion and second. Colorado.
Cataro. Oh, man. So she did not get very far with this meeting. They shut her down on all of her attempts to appoint and to get rid of the Odelson law firm. Yeah. How long are they going to sit around without making any money? And she can sit there and look as smug as she wants. She ain't going to get a paycheck. She won't have that smug look on her face once she realizes that she ain't going to get a red cent out of Tiffany Henyard or the village of Dolton. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Those smug looks will be erased pretty quickly. Yeah, it ain't nothing but reruns. It's just complete reruns. Same crap, different month. That's it. Same crap, different month. So that looks like that is the official end of the meeting. Did they officially adjourn? There's Ed Steve. I'm going to have to reach out to Ed Steve and maybe ask him to come on. If you guys want me to reach out and have Ed Steve on to get an update and talk about things, let me know. type Ed Steve if you want me to bring him on. Angie, I guess it's the end of the meeting. I don't remember hearing an official. I don't remember hearing a motion to close the meeting. That's really odd. So she tries unsuccessfully to get rid of Oldelson. It did not happen. She tries unsuccessfully to connect the DOTTS and her other idiots in as police chief and administrative assistant, and then lambasts the trustees and says that it's none of their business on approving because they're the legislative branch. I'm the executive branch. But then after she gets voted down, she gets upset and doesn't realize that she's contradicting herself. You're telling them that they can't make those decisions, but then you get shut down when they voted you down. Kind of ridiculous. Oh, boy. So there's Ed.
She kept up so many arguments, so many petty arguments back and forth over $619. She's continue to lie over and over.
He makes a good point there.
We got 3 more months of this. We got to vote her out, period. We got to get in there.
That's the only thing they can do.
It's madness when she's here. It's craziness when she's here. We got to vote her out. Tea with Trustees Saturday. Make sure you come if you live in Dolton. And we got an official campaign kickoff at our headquarters the following Saturday, which you'll see all that on our Dolton Trustee page. Keep plugged in. Keep tapping into our YouTube page. And we only got 3 more months of this madness before we can vote her out.
Holy smokes. That is just crazy. Okay, so that's all we got for tonight. This was basically what we would have expected. I mean, she's had a lot of her power stripped away since the judge made the ruling that she cannot do these illegal appointments with no background checks. And she just keeps repeating the same garbage, vomiting out the same paragraphs, the same rants as what we normally hear. So it's a stalemate. It's a stalemate, which is the best that they can hope for. And then the ridiculous stories continue. The stories about the pet patrol and dogs chasing people down the street, eating them alive and putting them in the hospital and having to have skin grafts. But of course, only Mayor Tiffany Henyard has laid eyes on such ridiculous things. And then we hear about people who are laid off, not paid by the village, and are still driving village vehicles. And so then Trustee Belcher brought up the point that it's a liability problem for the village, which it is, because if you've got some numbnuts out there driving a village vehicle and they hit somebody and injure that person, well, that person has a right to sue, and then the village is going to be held liable for that. The village will have to pay the lawsuit, okay? Because they should have taken that vehicle away from the individual after they were terminated. But only in Dolton do we see employees who have village vehicles continue to drive those vehicles after they've been terminated or laid off. It's just absolutely crazy. I've never seen anything like it before. I'm going to reach out to Ed Steve, and I'm also going to, I've been talking to Paul Roberts, the amazing Paul Roberts. I'm going to have them both on the show. I might do a live stream and have them come in to speak to everybody. I got some good questions for both of them, and then Paul is going to shed some light on some of the crazy garbage that Tiffany's been pulling off on the Thornton Township side, especially with this whole scam of offering $2.2 million as a rebate for real estate tax, which amounts to $22 per person. So it's going to be crazy. So anyhow, let's see. Any other good comments in here? Why would she want to hire someone without a background check? You should go back and look at the video that I did, Wanda, if you have not seen it. I did 2 videos that talk about the background checks, and I think it's in the Dolton Chronicles series. And you won't believe like what I unearthed from the archives as it relates to Tiffany Henyard and background checks. You will not believe it. So check out that video. And again, if you have not seen my FBI investigation special report, you need to go check that out. I will be doing a follow-up video on it. The FBI video, I figured it would get 100,000 views, and it's only got like 6,000 views. For some reason, it didn't get doled out. And all of my subscribers haven't even seen that video. So you need to check that out. I will be doing a follow-up. Now that we know there is going to be a party change, okay, in Washington, D.C., with Donald Trump coming into office on January the 20th, we could have a change in top brass in the FBI. And I'm thinking that Christopher Wray is going to be gone. Christopher Wray was hired by Trump during his first term, but he turned against him. So he's probably going to be out the door. But what this means is we could see a rapid progression of this case. Okay. Now, if the Democrats remained in control, I would say that, this could drag on for years. But I'm thinking that Tiffany sucking up to Trump is not going to really help her out much. And I'm thinking that this case is going to be put on the fast forward. Yes, thank you, GX215. Check out my Darvo video. That is his favorite video. So go and watch the Darvo video and see why Not Ordinary GX215 says it's his favorite video. The Darvo process. Oh, man, you need to find out why these narcissistic monsters. We're not just talking about a regular narcissist. We're talking a narcissist that is on the sociopathic level. Okay? A sociopath. That type of person represents a danger to society. Now, I am not a PhD in psychology. Okay? However, you go watch the video where I lay out my research of the traits of a sociopathic narcissist. Then you make your own determinations. You decide yourself what you think. Make your own determination after you watch the Darvo video. So Angie says, we have to discuss the fact that Trump got 47% of the vote in Illinois. Yeah, he did. I'm telling you what. That is amazing. That is amazing. There was an effort by the black community in South Chicago proper that they were going to flip the city red because they're tired of being disrespected with what Brandon Johnson is doing and destroying the city by pile driving the city into a deficit. They're in a $1 billion budget shortfall. And the black people in my old neighborhood where I used to live, where I was born, on South LaSalle and 99th Street, the black folks down in the south side of Chicago proper, they have had it. And so the fact that Trump got 47% of the vote throughout the state is a shock. So we probably did see a big bump that shifted from the Democratic Party to the Republican Party in Chicago proper. So I'm going to be talking more about that, a lot more on the political end is coming. And I'm thinking about doing some more psychology videos because we got the Darvo video out there, but now there's something new that I want to study, and it is TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome. I really want to dive into the psychological aspects of TDS. So I'm going to get into that in a future video. And then we're going to talk about some parallels that we see between Tiffany Henyard and Brandon Johnson. Okay. I think Brandon Johnson is worse than Tiffany Henyard. Worse than Tiffany Henyard. Yep, that's right. And if Chicagoans don't get him voted out of office, I'm sorry, the city's going to go bankrupt. I mean, it's just sad. It's just very, very sad. So that's upcoming. Let's see, what else do we have here? Yeah, the current administration should definitely ask themselves that. Yeah. So, shout out to everybody who enjoyed this nonsense with me tonight. Man, oh man, this has just been absolutely outrageous. You know what? Not Ordinary GX 215. I did watch part of the Philadelphia game. I forgot because that's where Saquon Barkley did that backwards hurdle. I did see that move. My Lions did great. My Chiefs won. Got a nail biter in there, overtime win. So we got some good games going on in the NFL this year, and I need to get over to my Family Sports Network channel and get that back popping because I haven't posted a video yet this season. And also, I posted the link for the Crypto Pro channel. I'll post it again right here, and I might add it to the description. So for those of you that want to learn about leveraging yourselves through the cryptocurrency bull market, which is starting right now, you can jump over there. Yeah, suffered. Yeah, we did suffer. That is the truth. So anyway, thanks for everybody being here. This was just a very private core group. A lot of you who I had been intending on giving out a wrench, got your wrenches. I'd been, there's a glitch where sometimes I can't get someone set up as a mod when I'm in the back office, right? And so I was able to do that on the live. So Not Ordinary GX 215. I've been trying to get you in there for like the last few months. And for some reason, it doesn't populate your ID when I'm trying to add it in YouTube Studio. So thank goodness I got to do that right now. So anyway, I was handing them out left and right tonight, but it was mostly people who are here. Some people might get those wrenches taken away. Some people were getting a little bit liberal with the comments. You probably know who that was, but for everybody who is here right now, thank you very much, because y'all going to have my back, because things are going to get crazy once I start live streaming more, because it's nice and calm and easy. I like it like this. I like only having 20, 30, 40, 50 people on the live stream. It's easy to manage. But then once you start getting hundreds and then getting into the thousands, it gets crazy and I can't keep up. And I need people who will have my back. Okay. So yeah, man, I am so glad that I got that. Oh, it's because you fixed your okay. So it was in your settings. Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know that it was not from my end. That makes sense. But anyway, I need you guys to keep things, cussing. We cuss a little bit, but I try to keep it within reason. But then when people start getting a little vulgar, we don't want to go, down that road, with the sexual innuendos and all of that. We try to keep it somewhat family friendly. It's common sense. You know what I'm talking about. I don't even have to tell y'all. Y'all understand. But anyway, thank you very much. GX 215 Eagles in the house. I'm a long time. I love the Eagles back in the day when Randall Cunningham was there. I was a big fan, of course, of the most famous. Well, no, he isn't the most famous. What quarterback do you think I'm talking about, which I was about to say was the most famous Eagles quarterback, that is not Randall Cunningham and not Michael Vick? I'm a big Michael Vick fan, so I had to roll with the Eagles during Michael Vick. But who was the other one that was the great one that never got that ring? Post it. Go ahead and let them know who that is. And the hint, this quarterback is from Dolton, Illinois. Yep. This famous Eagles quarterback, that's your trivia fact of the night. One of the most famous Philadelphia Eagles quarterbacks is from Dolton, Illinois. That's right. From Dolton, Illinois. Randall Cunningham is your favorite? Yep, Donovan McNabb. That is correct. Donovan McNabb, surprisingly, is from Dolton. That's right. So, anywho, glad to have y'all here. I'm going to go grab a bite to eat, do a couple things, and get myself some rest because I am worn out. So, thank you for being here. I'm chunking the deuce to all my homies. Thank y'all for helping me out. Yeah, don't remind you. That's right. Peace out, guys. I will see you soon. This is Carlton, and I am out.